much for the raid. Mevid, hi, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're all doing well. Okay, I need to scroll up so I can catch up on everybody that was here before I swapped over here. But thank you so much for the raid again. Meg, congrats on first. The bestie buff. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Maury, thank you for your daily fish. Sorry, I'm also like actively trying to put my hair up because I'm really hot right now. And also I was running late, so it's a VTuber day because I was running late and I didn't have time to get ready for a face cam day. Quince, congrats on early. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for daily fish and taxes. Hi, River. I hope you're doing well. You were refreshing so many times. I love that y'all were so ready to get first. Thank you for being so devoted to being here to get first. Y'all are so cute. I hope you're doing well, River. Meg, I hope you're doing well. Good morning, Soju. I hope you're doing well. Congrats on early. River, congrats on early. Thank you for daily fish. Honestly, I usually have stream pulled up super early, but miss the actual going live moment. True. Meg is usually here like way before everybody, but misses the first redeem because of, you know, lag or whatever happens when Twitch decides to push that I went live. Thank you for your daily fish. Goom goom. Yes, goom goom, friends. Goom goom. Thank you all for your daily fish. Hi, Tooth. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for daily fish and taxes. Fingers crossed you reach 40,000. Wait, are you close? Oh, you are close to 40,000 gold. Nice. Hi, Froge. Thank you for daily fish and congrats on early. Thank you for quiet hello. I hope you're doing well today. Please be sure to stay hydrated. Maury, congrats on early. Our lovely guest of the day. Mabes, hi. I hope you're doing well. The most wonderful Mabes in the world. I hope you're doing well today. My hair is not cooperating with me putting it in a fucking ponytail. Holy shit. Also, you're so cute. Can't wait for your cafe day. Mabes' day is the... fuck. What day was our day? Uh-oh. Let me look at my calendar. Mabes' day is the 13th. Mabes' day is the 13th. Hi, Raina. Thank you for the quiet hello. I hope you're doing well today. Make sure you stay hydrated. Hi, Dharma. Thank you for daily fish. Thank you for love for the mods. Yeah, big love for my wonderful mod team. Please be sure to give them lots of support. Thank you for saying you like it here. I like having you here. Hi, Kelly. Oh my gosh, Kelly, hello. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I feel like we've been mutuals for forever on, like, Twitter. I think I've lurked in a couple of your streams. I'm not 100% sure. But it's nice to see you. Thank you for your daily fish. Oh my god, I finally got my hair up in a ponytail. Alright, let's see. Am I caught up? Thank you again for the raid. You're so sweet. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for saying hello to each other and welcoming the raiders in. Hi, Liz. I hope you're doing well. Work panic here to vibe a bit. Oh, I hope work goes well. I'm sorry you're in a work panic. More lurky today. Oh, good morning, Froge. Yes, please feel free to lurk, everyone. This is a very lurk-friendly body doubling, coexisting space, so feel free to just vibe in whatever capacity you have. I appreciate you all being here. Hope you two have fun with stream. I have to lurk for a bit because I have a package coming soon. Ooh! Oh, you haven't slept. Wonder, please go take care of yourself. Thank you so much for the raid. You did a wonderful job on your stream. I know it. Happy Pride. Make sure that you take care of yourself, please. Lurky because working. Oh, I hope work goes well, Mabes. Thank you for the lurky workies. Everyone who needs a nap. Everyone working, good luck at work. Yes, exactly what River said. Excited for the fork knife. Oh, yes. The fork knife. Wait, hold on. What day is that? I don't know my schedule by heart. Oh, yes. Darmo, Emery, and Wonder. We're playing Fortnite on Wednesday, actually. This Wednesday. So in a couple days. I'm excited for it too. Thank you for another love for the mods. Kelly wife. Maury, Kelly, your wives. I love this for you. Now I finally made it here. Wait, let me make sure that I'm following you back. I am. Okay, cool. 10-hour shift. Oh my gosh, Liz, please take care of yourself. In case I miss anyone's collab this month, I'm so excited for y'all and to see so many neato people. Aw, Meg, you're so sweet. Meg and I's day is on the 29th. Also, Meg has a charity stream on the 9th. So be sure to support that. And also Meg's birthday is this month. So like, how much more gay can you get for having a Pride Month birthday? I wish my birthday was in Pride Month, but then I wouldn't be a Virgo, and I'm very much a stereotypical Virgo, so I feel like I can't take that away from myself. The self-care check, yes. Water, food, meds, stretch. Now. I'm gonna take a drink of my coffee. Hi, CG. I hope you're doing well. Your birthday's this month, too? Hell yeah. I love June babies. Recently discovered that I Discord married someone 6 months ago. Oh, and you forgot? River. I can't believe you would forget something like that. Wow. Happily wed. That's so cute. Okay, I can unpin that. Okay, today's collab, y'all, is with the lovely Maury. And we are going to be yapping. Just a yapping. Just a yipping and a yapping. So be sure to go and smash that follow button. And give all your support. I am like overheating. I need to chill out. Literally. You had a contract and everything? Oh, it was a will you marry me circle? Yeah, yes or no, please. That's so funny. That's so funny. I love that so much. Alright, I'm also gonna pop that out. Okay, okay. Alright, is everything set up now? You've got your fishing to keep you entertained. Okay, I'm gonna undeafen now, I think. Hello again.
Hi. Oh my god. I'm so nervous.
Don't be nervous. I'm nervous. You got the shiny little check mark by your name.
No. Every day I wonder why they gave it to me.
No, it's because you deserve it.
Oh my god. I love your model, by the way.
Thank you. It was pre-made, but it's pretty cute. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I just did the colors on it.
It's nice to have for low energy.
Yeah. I also have a PNG for when I don't even want to be like emotive.
Oh, pretty nice. That's what this one is for.
Yeah.
That's one I have right now is for when I'm really just like, I want to sit back in my chair. I don't want to think. I don't want to have to like blink a certain way for my model to track it.
Literally. I'm like, I just want to go dead face and be fine, you know?
Yes, exactly. And they can just guess what expression I'm making.
Exactly.
They can infer.
Yeah, we're just a bunch of weirdos here. Nothing to be anxious about.
Oh, perfect. It's just
perfect. Like yeah. So would you like to introduce yourself, say a little bit about your identities, your content, anything you might like to let everybody know about?
Yeah, this is the thing that I'm always like
No
every time I do a
pressure.
collab, I'm like, this is the thing that I should always like that I always mean to prepare in advance, but never do. But yeah, I'm Mori. My pronouns are she, her. Oh, they're on screen, right? Uh I'm also a VTuber. Full-time VTuber. Sometimes PNG tuber. And I think I'm still in the process of like settling 100% in terms of labels, but I think I classify myself as pansexual and demisexual. But I still, I go back and forth a lot with labels and whatnot. And just figuring out exactly what I want to refer to myself. But yeah, for now, pan and demi. And yeah, I play a lot of games badly and yap over the games. The games just serve as like a backdrop to my ranting and my yapping usually. And that's pretty much what I do.
We sound pretty much like the same person.
Yay!
Because that's what I do. I just yap and rant while I'm playing some game.
I play my little games.
You play my little games, do my little yaps.
Yeah, try to find games with hot people to romance.
Oh, fair.
It's so much easier than romancing real people.
That's so true.
I'm like, let me practice on the fictional character. And then I meet a real person and I'm like, how to speak? How do I do anything?
That's beyond me.
But yeah, no, I think, I don't know, every day I'm like, I'm in a weird phase at the moment where in general I tend to have a preference towards girls or like more like femme presenting people, but recently I don't know why I've been on a bit of a boy crazy spree and it's driving me insane. I wish it was not the case. But in general I tend to class myself as pan.
Me too.
Oh, nice.
I also identify as pan and demi.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
really
I know this was like, oh my god.
I found my American counterpart.
Yay! I would be so honored.
No. The honor is all mine, please.
Twins! Yeah, twins!
Even though
thank you for the follow. Welcome in.
Nothing alike, but you know.
That's fine. There's fraternal twins.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I always forget that's a thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes, sorry, my brain has a lot of irrelevant information in it.
That's okay, me too.
It forgets general life things like that, where I'm like, oh, right. Fraternal things. No, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
But thank you for organizing this. I was like amazed at your social battery when I saw that you had like, is it 28 days?
Yeah, 28 out of 30, and like it's 46 people.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I admire your social battery.
Thank you.
I don't know how to.
I don't know how I did it, to be honest. I don't know how I'm gonna do like this whole month. I'm very much a like solo creator because I can't do a lot of socializing. At least verbally, especially, is like really hard for me. Because I like wear down so much faster, so.
Yeah, I like to yap, but then it's like I need then like 24 hours to recover from the yapping. But no, I was looking at the schedule filling in and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
How are they doing this?
I don't know how I did it. I don't know how. I don't know. I'm so out of my comfort zone trying to organize something so large.
No, but it's great. And like that was why I messaged you initially, because I wanted to get out of my comfort zone. Like, I don't know. Like, I always get so shy to like reach out to people, and especially if it's like for a sort of specific thing, or like to find sort of like, what is the word? To find like-minded people.
Yeah.
Like to deliberately go and be like, I want to connect with like this kind of person, or like I want to become friends with more people, like whether it's in like the like queer community or whether it's in like a specific gaming community or something. But I'm really bad at like reaching out to that. But
Mm-hmm.
I think I found you through Bella. So I
I think
once again
so,
I owe
yes.
everything to Bella.
We love Bella. We had Bella on yesterday.
Yeah, no, Bella's such an angel. An absolute delight. Sadly, I'm not as good as Fortnite as her, but
Well, I mean, we can't all be perfect, so
no, that's true. That's true. We gotta leave some for the rest of
yeah,
us.
exactly.
I did
We-
play before though, and got I've had a couple number ones in my time, but
Oh,
I
okay.
I don't think I could do it like consistently.
That's okay. I mean, we didn't get a win at all yesterday, so
No, I did. I saw you play seventh at one point.
we did. We did get seventh
I
at
saw
one.
I saw the brutal. I saw Bella try to take down like 5 people.
It was a
while you were knocked down or
1v5
something.
situation, and we were,
It's hard.
it was close.
It's tough out here.
It is. It is rough.
As someone who panics like all the time, I'm just like, I can't. This is too high stakes. This is too much for my brain.
Truly.
My problem is like, and again, the reason I don't do a lot of collabs or anything, but my brain so easily shuts down when there's like
Mm-hmm.
more than one source of like audio or like thing to like in my ears. Like I'm just like, there's like gunshots, and then there's people running by, and then there's like a thing pinging me over here that there's someone nearby, and I'm like, I can't. And then I also have to talk like while doing this.
Yeah, no, it is. It's rough because I get so hyper focused. I forget chat exists sometimes. So I'm like, oh,
Yes.
my
yeah.
bad.
Oh my god. Sometimes I look at my VODs or whatever, and you can see the exact moment where I just like forget that I'm streaming, or like go the opposite way and just like abandon the game forever. Like it's just like, oh wait, sorry everybody.
I think that's
I'm
also like a
back now.
good thing though, like a testament to how like comfortable you feel being live and being with your community, that like you feel like you can kind of lock in and hyper focus, and everybody's still gonna like be there, you know?
Yeah, they're still gonna be there to humble me when I get back.
Yeah, humble me.
Because normally it's just, I'll see something and I'll start spiraling about like, oh my god, this character that did this thing, and do you guys remember when like in the previous patch we had this thing, and like it all connects, and I'll go in my like my like whiteboard conspiracy theory mode.
Yeah.
And then I'll come back to reality and be like, oh right, sorry, hello everybody. Don't mind me. I just, sometimes the depths of my brain rot just like come to the surface, always during stream for some reason, always like in a public setting where I'm like, why now?
Well, you gotta let it out somehow,
True. Yeah, I did try before. I remember speaking to my sister about a game and like a character that I loved, and how I can't remember what specifically it was, but I just rambled at her for ages, and she just sat there like, and this is a fictional character, like this is someone that doesn't exist, and I'm like, oh, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Now that you say that, I'm
They're
like,
real to
I need
me.
people. Yeah, right. I'm like, they might be fictional, but my feelings about them are real.
Exactly.
And isn't that the most important thing?
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
100%.
I care about my little Animal Crossing villagers.
Yeah.
I care about my silly gacha characters.
Exactly. They're
Oh my
lost
God.
without me. I just abandoned them.
Yeah, no, oh my god. I recently went back to playing Animal Crossing, and the guilt from leaving my villagers for so long, I ended up just restarting my island.
Oh
I was
no.
like, I can't take it here. Every time I talk to them, they're like, wow, it's been so long since you visited us. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
I'm the same way.
The
They'll say,
guilt.
oh my god, hasn't it been like 6 months since you've been here? I'm like, don't remind me, I'm sorry. Please.
When I opened it up, they were just like, they do the whole thing where they're just like, I don't even recognize you. And then they're just like, oh my god, it's been over a year. And I was like,
that's rough.
what do you mean it's been over a year? Like, I didn't even realize that.
Oh, the poor babies.
Yeah, they're just collecting dust with my like bridge that I forgot to finish donating towards, or like like all my unfinished decorating. The town is in shambles. So I just restarted, and just escaped.
That is so understandable. At
Like, just,
least
you
New
know.
Horizons is a lot better with like in terms of your villagers not being able to just randomly leave because you don't come on every day. Because in the
Yeah,
older games they would
yeah.
just leave.
Although sometimes I feel like that was what kept me playing consistently, because there was always the fear that
True.
someone could
Mm-hmm.
leave, where I was like, I have to stay online so I can like be better friends with Felicity so she won't leave me.
Yep. Also valid, yeah.
Whereas like with New Horizons, I'm like, well, even if it's been over a year, no one will leave, so they'll all still be there waiting to guilt trip me. I don't know. I feel like the older Animal Crossing games, I like some of the uh I like some of the spontaneity of it, where
Mm-hmm.
you can't quite control everything, because I think that's what burns me out a little bit on New Horizons, and why I have to like kind of pace myself when I play it, because they give you so much free reign over everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And part of me is kind of like, I wish sometimes that some of the buildings, I know resident services is like in a fixed place, but I kind of wish some other stuff was like, no, 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 like you can't move this. Like this is where the shop is on this island, or like this is where the Able sisters are gonna go, and you have to just work around that. I feel like I like the structure of like some things you can change, and some things are like still a little bit beyond your control.
Yeah. No, I agree. It
Yeah, New
is a
Horizons
lot
really
of
took
like
it.
decision paralysis.
Yes, yes. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
god. I my decision paralysis has been like on overdrive recently. I keep playing a lot of like sandbox games, and I just can't do it. I'm just like, there's so many options. Like I don't know where to start. I don't know how big to make this thing. I don't know what to like, when to stop adding things to it, or like what to add to the you know, it's why Minecraft overwhelms me. I'm just like,
Yeah.
there's
Mm-hmm.
so much potential. It's too much.
Yeah, it's you're giving me a little too much power. Maybe take
Right?
the reins a little.
Yeah, yeah. So like, just point me in a direction, or like, I don't know. I ended up looking up. I think I looked up like a guide, not a guide, but like a sort of like list of things to do in survival, like a sort of checklist of like,
Mm-hmm.
try doing this, or like make this, or get this, crafting recipe, or like go to this area. And I'm like, okay, okay. Like I need some level of structure to go for, or like to have something in mind when I play. Otherwise, I'm just running around,
Yeah.
running around aimlessly.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. I tend to look for
Yeah,
like what other people are doing and like
yeah,
try
yeah.
and do not the exact same thing, but like
Right, right.
pick
But
and
like take
choose like
inspiration.
things from other people just so I
Yes,
know what I can do.
that's yeah. That makes me miss Animal Crossing Twitter, because like seeing everybody sharing their designs and stuff, I'm just like, oh, like
Mm-hmm.
that's a good idea. Or like, I didn't know that item could be like used that way, or like made into this color or something. Like there's
Oh my
there's a
gosh,
lot of like little
yeah.
things
The
that you can learn from the
creativity of
community.
like figuring out, oh, you can turn around like the bookshelves and it looks like a blank wall or something, you know?
Yes, yes. Oh my god. Yeah, the like bookshelf and stall
Mm-hmm.
buildings and whatnot. People are crazy. Or even just the way that some people use like the perspective in the game to like make
Mm-hmm.
like make it look like there's a town off in the distance or something. Like it blows my mind. Sadly, I don't have the planning ability for that, but I can admire it, even if I can't quite recreate it.
Yeah.
But that's fine. It is what it is. Even though I don't play Minecraft very often anymore, it has brought me to a lot of communities, or like it makes me, I don't know, Minecraft is something it's very wholesome to me, the way that it like
Mm-hmm.
brings a lot of people together. I know a lot of people like
Yeah.
play it religiously and have servers and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very nice to see. I like when you can sort of like curate a space to your liking and be like, like this is the server for the girls, or like this is the server for me and my gay people, or like this is, it's nice to have a dedicated space.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is, oh my god, sorry, to get back on. So I've been,
No, you're
I've just been
fine.
rambling about Animal Crossing. Sorry, but but I was thinking about it, because of Pride Month coming up. But like, I don't know why. I don't know if it's more of a thing in America, or if you know, if they exist over there. But like, I'm so tired of like gay bars and gay clubs being the only like dedicated gay spaces. Like, I
Yes.
want a gay cafe
Mhm,
so
mhm.
badly.
No, absolutely 100% agree. I hate
Ugh.
that it's equated with like alcohol consumption.
Yes, yes, yeah. Like,
Like we
why
need
does it
more
have to be
safe
nighttime?
third spaces like that are
Yeah.
inherently queer that don't involve alcohol or substances and are
Mm-hmm.
also like also more safe because since we are still in a pandemic, like going to bars and stuff is also really unsafe because most people aren't going to be masking
That is true.
and
Yeah.
everybody's going to be like all like squished in together and it's
Yeah.
just
No,
not
like the
like a
thought of
good
going to a
time.
club, the thought of going to any club already stresses me out enough. But
Yeah.
like, I
Mhm.
just, I don't know. I'm like, it's not. I have some places in my like hometown that are like, they're like owned by queer people, but it's not like marketed or like labeled
Mm.
as like this is a gay cafe or like this is, you know,
Right.
a bookshop or something. They just happen to be owned by gay people, which part of me is like, okay, that is also nice that it's just kind of like a, you know, it just so happens to be owned by a queer person, and like as a result, more queer people do tend to go there. So I guess it's an opportunity to like, you know, meet people there. But at the same time, I'm like, it would be so nice to just have a dedicated space that like, you know, because not only is it you're equating it with like being gay equals you're going out to clubs and going to bars or like
Right.
going to like exclusively adult places, but like, you know, a lot of teenagers, like a lot of young people that are like figuring out their identity should have somewhere to go
Yes,
that
exactly.
will
I completely agree.
like that they can feel like okay, there's like other people who either
Mhm.
are already out and queer or like are still figuring themselves out, or you know, but like, you know, they're in a decidedly, just because a cafe is owned by someone who is queer like doesn't necessarily mean they're not like targeting that kind of like those customers or those people.
Right.
Oh,
Mhm.
I just remembered there's a place in Dublin, and it's like the closest thing to like what I want that I can find. But even then it's still like it still shifts into a like a bar at nighttime, but
Okay.
it's an arcade, but it's like
Oh,
a
cool.
gay bar and an arcade. So like during the day they just have it open
Mm.
like exclusively for games, and then like later on they start selling drinks and stuff. But I'm like, I just want the game part. Like I just want to go somewhere
Yeah.
that doesn't require me to buy a cocktail. Like
Exactly. Yes. We definitely need more of that. There are
yeah.
like events that happen
Mm,
like at libraries specifically have been really good about having like queer clubs that hang out like weekly or like
right.
mixers and
Okay.
stuff like that. But I do definitely agree. We need like more dedicated 24/7 spaces, or maybe not
Yeah.
24/7, but like at least like, you know, majority of the day
Yeah, yeah, even if
open
it's not
where it's just
24/7,
like
that's
a
nice.
cafe or a bookstore or,
Oh,
you know,
or
like
yeah, like a
anything.
combination.
Arcades.
That's, you know what? Someone said it in chat, but like the cafe bookshop combination, like
Mm-hmm.
every queer person I know wants that. Like
Every that
they
is
they
every
all
queer person's
own.
dream.
Yeah. So I'm like, why has nobody capitalized on this? Like,
Yes. Or like a video
where
game
are they?
cafe.
Yes.
You know those like video
Oh
game
my god.
cafes they have in like Japan where you
Yes,
just
yes,
rent
yes.
out a computer? Yeah. We need
I
that, but
want
like
that.
queer.
Yeah, that is one thing that like uh that is one thing I loved like living in Japan. There's so many places for just for hobbies that don't require you having to like buy a drink or like buy alcohol or
Yes.
like
Mm-hmm.
are over 18s or something. Like they have so many spaces you can just go to during the day, like arcades or like other, you know, like even like the buildings that have like the claw machine plushies and stuff. Like there were so many activities that you could do that didn't require you
Yeah.
to like be going out for drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And I miss that so much.
Yeah, we need more of that everywhere else.
Right. Like what? When is the rest of the world gonna catch up?
For real.
Please. Like I don't even know if like again, I feel like I'm so fixated on the gay coffee shop thing because it's something, even if, you know, I have coffee shops that I like to go to now, and like
Hmm.
maybe I wouldn't only ever go to the gay coffee shop, but like it's something I would have loved to have when I was 15 and like internally freaking out and
Right,
like
and
had,
didn't
you
have
know,
like
like
anybody that you knew that you could talk to
yeah,
or that would understand, or you were scared to
yeah,
like
yeah,
come out
exactly.
to people. Yeah.
Like all of my friends at that time, uh I think I was like starting to have, you know, gay thoughts when I was like, I think it was like before summer vacation, like the end of one school year and like going into another.
Hmm.
But the friends that I had at that time were all
The
straight,
queer community.
and
I love
I was
the
afraid to
term
say
queer
anything to
community
them
so
because
well.
I didn't want to
So
be,
much.
you
And I
know, the
agree.
only
We need
one. I
more.
didn't want to freak them out or like make them think that like, you know, oh my god, like you have a crush on me or something. So
Hmm.
I just like panicked in silence all summer until
Oh.
the next school year when I finally like met some other people who were like out and open about it, and you know, that was a huge help. But like, you know, that summer was rough. Like I felt so weird all the time. I didn't know like what to, like there was no one else my age that I knew of to go talk to. There was no like, you know, they never told us anything in school about being gay. Like they never, it's, I don't know. I'm just like, man, that would have been so nice as a messy hormonal teenager to like, you know, be able to go somewhere and like
Hmm.
work those thoughts out over a cup of coffee.
Yes, I
And it
agree.
would still be so helpful. Why?
Hmm.
Where are the business owners? Where are the entrepreneurs? Please.
Especially because nowadays, like, kids and teens don't really have good dedicated online spaces anymore.
Yes, yeah.
Like we had, you know, like Club Penguin and Neopets and stuff like that,
Oh my
which
gosh,
felt a
Neopets.
bit more safe from like
Mm.
strangers and like old men on the internet
Yeah.
trying to, you know, be
Yeah, yeah,
gross.
being
But
creepy old men. Mm.
now it's like they don't really have any safe spaces, so they keep trying to like come into these adult spaces that aren't
Yeah, yeah,
meant
way
for
too
them.
early.
And
Mm.
yeah, I just wish that like internet safety needs to be like a bigger
Oh,
thing for sure. It needs to like be taught, and not just to like kids but to parents and like
yeah.
teachers and stuff. Everybody should know like good internet safety practices,
Yeah.
because I wish
I
that I had known a lot more
right.
back in the day, and I wouldn't have gotten in like bad situations online.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. Like I think only very recently I was just thinking about like, wow, unsupervised internet access really did a number on me. Like
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't wish this on anybody else, you
It
know.
was definitely
Like
traumatizing.
yeah. And it's like the kind of thing that you don't realize until now. I hear like, you know, stories in the news about this kind of thing, and I'm like, wait, that happened to me when I was a kid. Like what?
Yep.
I'm like, oh,
Mm.
that's why that thought like won't, you know, go away or something. But like, yeah, no, I really wish there was something, the equivalent of Club Penguin that's like, I know Club Penguin was like super heavily moderated and like you could barely you could barely actually speak on Club Penguin because it
Yeah.
censored pretty
Yeah, it
much
censored
everything.
like everything.
Yeah, but something in that vein that's like a dedicated space for kids. Like I
Mm-hmm.
the thing that stresses me out so much is like I have so many younger cousins that play, you know, Fortnite or play games or whatever. And like the thought of them being in a voice chat with a bunch of adults or something, it freaks me out
Oh
to
yeah.
no end. I'm like, don't
Mm-hmm.
ever turn voice chat on. Like, don't do it, please.
Please. Oh.
Do not enable that. And I keep saying it to
Mm-hmm.
their parents. I'm like, make sure it's off. Like you just do not know who they're gonna come across.
Mm-hmm. That's like every
And
time I
it's
hear a kid in Valorant, I'm like, please,
yeah,
please don't use your mic. Please don't
what are
talk about
you
how
doing
old you
here?
are. Don't do it. There are creeps and bad people out there. You can't trust
Yeah.
everybody. I'm like, yeah, I'm decent and I'm gonna be nice to you, and
Mm-mm.
but like,
That doesn't
please.
mean everybody is.
Yeah, and like kids on Call of Duty, like, please don't.
Yeah.
Call of Duty
And the thing
especially is
is,
like the worst. Please do not let your kids be on there. Please.
yeah. Honestly, I'm like, why are you even letting your kids play Call of Duty to begin with?
Right.
But the like what's even more scary is that because you have queer kids that probably also are more likely to be lonely and like playing these games, and they're looking for someone like them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very possible that, again, an older, creepy person can see that vulnerability and like
Yes.
be
Mm-hmm.
offering them something that they need. Like, we need. I don't know why I've suddenly become so protective of like young gays, but I'm just like, they need
Yeah,
better spaces. Like, they
they
need somewhere.
do.
Kids and all kids in general, but like
Mm-hmm.
especially queer kids, they're so likely to
Mm-hmm.
be targeted by the wrong people
Yeah. It's
that,
definitely like
that
the older
know
I
they're going
get, the
through that.
more protective I feel. Because,
Right?
I'm in my 30s now. I feel so protective of younger people. I'm like, please, I just want you to be safe. You deserve like safe
Yeah.
spaces.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. I think I turned whenever I turned like 24, 25, and my like parental
Mm-hmm.
instinct just kicked in or something.
Yeah,
I'm just
it's
like,
like the
oh,
mid 20s.
I
You're like,
see.
man, I need to protect kids or something.
Yeah. I think it was just I honestly think it was because I have so many. So I'm like the oldest grandchild in my family
Mm-hmm.
on both sides. So I have like a ton of young cousins that all grew up gaming and all grew up with phones and stuff, and just like so much unlimited internet access. And I think that's what triggered it in me, where I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my god, like, no, like, stop uploading your face in public, like, don't
Oh God,
stop
yeah.
saying your name on these, like, why, what are you
Mm-hmm.
doing? Why do they
Mm-hmm.
not teach
Mm-hmm.
this? Like, when are they going to start incorporating this into schools and
I
like
know.
actually teaching people how to be safe online?
Yeah, it like needs to be an actual class
Yeah,
of
yeah,
internet
yeah.
safety.
The same way they do sex ed, the same way they do
Yeah.
like skills or something. Like, they
Mm-hmm.
need.
It's equally important, I feel. Because
Yeah,
everything is so technology based. Everything, you have to be on the internet nowadays. Like, there's no getting around it, really.
yeah, yeah. They're all on iPads and whatnot in school.
Yeah,
Like,
they literally
or
have
at least,
iPads in school. Like,
yeah,
we need internet safety classes.
yeah. I had such a weird experience going from. So, I used to teach. I used to teach in a secondary school
Mm-hmm.
here in Ireland, and then I moved to Japan and taught for a secondary school there for a year.
Mm-hmm.
And the difference in like the emphasis on online safety is crazy. Like, in Japan, they have like, regular, like, sort of regular talks about just like, here's like how you should have your settings, and like here is like the way that we recommend like setting your username, that it doesn't like expose your, it doesn't expose any part of your name. It's not like easily identifiable. Like, they really stress not uploading pictures of yourself, especially if you're under 18.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's so much more of an emphasis on it. And then I come back
Yeah.
here and it's just like, why are there like 9-year-olds on my For You page? Like, I don't. Why?
Hmm.
Who is letting them upload videos
Yeah, I guess we
and
all
like
need to get
exposing
on
themselves to the
Japan's
world?
level with that safety, please.
Yeah, like, I mean, some of it, I'm like, okay, like, I would like to be able to. I remember like looking through my Instagram like following list, and I'm just like, wait, now I really can't. Like, I don't know who I'm talking to. But,
Mm-hmm.
to an extent, I'm definitely like, stop putting your full name and like face out onto the internet as a
Yes,
child. Like,
please, especially your
please.
picture and your
Yeah, yeah,
real
yeah.
name. Like, come up with a nickname,
Yeah,
something, some online moniker, and don't use your
yeah.
face. If
It
you're
just
under
really,
18, especially, just don't do it.
yeah, no, never. I'm just like, there's so many young kids that I've talked to, and I'm like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they're like, a TikToker, and I'm like, oh, where's your Tamagotchi? Like, just please.
Mm-hmm.
I miss when you had like, I miss when kids went outside and also had like safe online spaces. I yearn for the days when not every child was on TikTok. Oh yeah, no, the thing about the women only passenger cars is so true
Mm-hmm.
too. Like, Japan,
Yeah.
by no
They're
means
definitely
my
not great
nation's
on
perfect.
all aspects or perfect at
Yeah,
all, but
no.
at least some things they do right.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like Japan is such a strange like the even like with things like Pride, like um some places are so willing to like, learn and like accept things, and then like other areas that I've been to had such like, they already had so many like preconceived notions, and it's so
Mm-hmm.
hard to like make them see otherwise. Like, I had an old woman tell me, like, she had a bad experience with a woman that was a lesbian, or maybe bi, I'm not sure, but liked, liked other women, and like that one bad experience just like shaped her whole opinion of gay people and lesbians in
Oh
particular
no.
for like her whole life. And I'm just like, but like we work together every day, and like I'm perfectly nice to you, and I've never been inappropriate to you, and like
Mm-hmm.
you've never been nasty to me, and like I like women, and that's not going to change, but I'm still going to continue to be nice to you. Like it doesn't,
Right.
me being me liking women does not inherently make me like a villain.
Yeah.
But she was so set in her ways for so long because of like that one experience, and I feel like that was so common in like a lot of aspects
Mm-hmm.
in life over there, where it was like they'll see one example of something and that shapes their opinion for so long. And I'm like, all right, I'm here to I'm here to kiss girls and make you realize that I'm not, I mean, I'm okay, I'm a little all over the place, but I'm not a creep or anything, like, and that doesn't mean
Right.
all girls that kiss girls are creeps.
Mm-hmm.
So that became my like side quest while I was in Japan.
Side quest. I love that for you.
I'm like, I'm here to teach kids English and also complain about gay rights and fast fashion.
Oh, not fast fashion.
No, my nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
My nemesis, but I'm also guilty of it because it's so hard to buy it's so hard to buy clothes that are actually sustainable, that don't cost like $200 a piece.
Yep. No,
It kills me.
that's true. That's true.
I need to find more. The one thing I'm going to go to San Diego in September, and I'm really curious to see if I can get to like a thrift store at some point, because Ireland has no, like, we have charity shops and stuff, but my god, they're so lacking compared to the ones that I've seen over in America or even in London and
Mm.
places like that. I really want to go shopping. Oh, true, the sizing. Yeah, the sizing is also a huge issue in fast fashion.
Yeah. I literally can't find clothes for me like ever.
Oh
Being
no.
plus sized.
And people are so nasty about it too. Like I think it was H&M. I think it was H&M. Yeah, I went with my friend and we were looking for like a jacket or something. I can't remember what it was, but she asked like, "Oh, do you have a size up?" And she looked at my friend with such disdain and was like, "No, we don't carry your size." And I was like, are we really still like, Jesus Christ, in 2023? I think it was in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just like, wow, nothing, like, how do we make so much progress sometimes and then it's still
Yeah.
at the same time?
We
Still
take
some
like
people out there that
3 steps forward and like
Yeah.
20 back.
Yeah, or like there's so many people that are so like contrarian, where they're just
Mhm.
like, because something has changed, like something's been introduced, like their instinct is just to like rally against it, or like to like find some, what I hate? It's the devil's advocate people, like those kind of people that
Oh
just
god, yeah.
take the opposite stance for the sake of it and like without any actual like valid reason.
Mhm.
That drives me up the walls. It's just so
Yep.
like, why do you have to just enjoy things? Like, just literally
Yeah.
be nice to people. It's not that
It
hard.
is so not hard. It's so easy to be nice and just mind your own business. If you
Yeah,
for some reason just don't like gay people or you don't like fat people, just ignore them.
it's so
Instead of
easy
being so
to not say
hateful.
anything.
Yeah.
Like, incredibly easy. I do it all the time.
Same. I think mean thoughts. I don't say them out loud.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, I like to think that I have mean thoughts about like the right people, but
Right, same. I mean, same, yeah. Hopefully.
but I'm still silent about them.
Yeah.
I just go onto Twitter and complain instead. I just talk to the void. Or I talk to my dog. I just like pet my dog and I'm just like, man, Freya, you wouldn't believe how stupid people are out here. You wouldn't believe how bad it gets.
It gets pretty bad.
Yeah, ugh.
Oh,
And
yes.
the thing is, I used to try to be so patient with like just everything, I guess, in general. But in particular, when I was coming out and when I was like in a relationship with a girl, I used to try to be very patient with like, my ex, her mom didn't like initially approve of us dating at all. Like, she didn't like react in any like extreme way, but she definitely made it clear like, oh, like I was kind of hoping you'd find a boyfriend, or like, you know, like I hope you like get out of this phase soon and like settle down. And I used to just kind of like sit and be like, man, this sucks. But like
Mm-hmm.
not say anything, because this would be like, you know, fully like to my face, or like at the dinner table, like she was not holding back. uh and eventually one day I was just like, why am I giving these people any patience or time? Like we're in, like, you know, we're in, I think at that time it was like the 2010s or something, but I'm just like, my god, like get over it. Like
Yeah.
gay marriage is legal in the UK. It's just been legalized in Ireland. Like get over yourself, please.
Even if it's
Please.
not legal, like, we've literally been around since the start of time.
Yeah, like this is not new.
It's not new, but
This is
everybody
not new,
feels like
and now your own
because
government is fine
it's
with it.
like quote unquote more in their face now because more people feel safe to like be themselves.
Right,
That's why
right.
they hate it, is because we're all starting to feel more comfortable and safe, like having our own communities and stuff, and they hate seeing us happy.
That's
That's
true
really
too.
the problem, is that they're
Yeah.
miserable
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
hateful, and they don't like that we're happy.
The what's it called? Like what always gets me is the sort of, yeah, like the people who where they're like, "Oh, like I'm fine with gay marriage, but like I don't want them adopting kids."
Ugh.
And it's like, so you're not fine with it. Like you're
So you're
not actually
not,
fine
no.
with, like, if you were fine with it, you would be fine with all aspects of it. So
Mm-hmm.
this just tells me actually you're not. Like you're fine with it as long as it's like within your bounds and like
Mm-hmm.
within whatever rules you've decided.
That's exactly what it is.
So don't sit here and tell me that you're fine with gay marriage, but like
Yeah,
it's
they're
just like,
fine with it as long as they don't make a public spectacle of it, as long as they don't like take up space or anything.
right, right, right.
They do it in
Yes,
private. They
yeah,
don't have like a big wedding. They don't get it publicized. They don't post
yeah.
about it online. Just do
God
it and
forbid,
then don't
God
say
forbid.
anything about it ever again. That's what they want.
Right. That is like, that was something that in like the early sounds so old saying the early days of streaming. But like when I first started out streaming, I used to be so like, I would like, you know, fawn over like sort of I'd like fawn over the male characters and stuff and be like, you know, teehee, like he's so gorgeous. But I used to be so shy to do it about the girl characters still, because I had this fear of being perceived as like, because uh everything queer and gay ends up being so like hypersexualized just for
Oh
existing,
god,
that I
yeah.
used to be so afraid of just even like saying, you know, that a girl character was attractive, or like saying that, you know, I found someone hot. Like I'd have to like, I'd be like checking myself to be like, does this seem like, you know, does this seem like I'm objectifying, or like are they gonna take this as, are people gonna think about this um as me like sexualizing this woman? And then it's just like, but but I shouldn't have to think, like it shouldn't be that deep either. Like, you know,
Yeah.
if I'm just wanting to exist here as a little
Mm-hmm.
gay person that falls hopelessly in love with everybody, like what am I
Like,
supposed to do?
you're just existing as a person like they are.
Right. I'm like, let me simp. Let me
Yeah.
simp the way that straight men simp over these girls. Like
Like,
I
and they shove it in our face. That's what
yes.
gets me, is
Yeah.
that they're always like, "Ugh, you can be gay, but don't shove it in my face." I'm like, your
No, I will.
straight couple, like straight facing cisgender couples have been shoved in my face since birth.
Right.
What do you mean
Also,
don't shove it in your face?
I'm always just like, listen, I've seen your Twitter likes. I've seen what you're retweeting. Like,
Uh-huh.
your hands are not clean. You're gonna accuse me of like slobbering over these people and putting it in your face? I know what you are.
Literally,
I
I
know what
see you
you are,
liking all
heterosexual.
those OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I see you.
Oh my god.
You can't fool me.
It just kills me. I don't know. Every time I'm just like, just let me simp in peace and
Please.
get over it. Like, I'm sorry. I've done my time. I've done my time being silent. I want to yell about how hot people are. And I also want to yell about queer coding in the games that I play, and like not
Mm-hmm.
be called delusional or like have it questioned every single time.
Oh gosh, yeah.
It's just, it kills me when I'm like, you know, like what is the word? I feel like a lot of people who ship gay characters, are like immediately sort of disregarded as like, oh, you're fetishizing gay people, or like, oh, you just like them because they're lesbians and they're two girls interacting and you just want them to be gay for each other. And
Mm.
it's like, no, like consider that every decision made in a game or a piece of media in general is deliberate. Like nothing, none of these animations
Yeah, like
are
they
like
know what
easy
they're
to do.
doing.
None, yeah, like this
They put it
writing,
in their purpose.
it's included for a reason. Like I don't know what people think happens like during the development of a game, that they're just throwing things in willy-nilly.
Yeah.
But it's like everything,
It's very deliberate.
yeah, everything is intended. Like if they're putting this reference to a 1940s queer movie in this game, I'm allowed to look at that and read it as queer coding. And
Yes.
that shouldn't be seen as delusional.
No, absolutely not.
It just
People throw
makes me
the word
so-
delusional around a lot, like too easily for my comfort, because like
That is
delusions
also
are
true,
very
yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
Like,
That's something, that's a word
I
that
don't
I'm
like that.
I'm trying to like undo from my
Yeah,
vocabulary. I've had a
that's
hard time with
fair.
it, but yeah.
It is hard,
Yeah.
I know, to like reframe your vocabulary, because most of us are like our brains are sponges, you know, and we're
Yeah.
just like sucking in what we hear and what other people are saying, and you just tend to
Mhm.
start to say what other people are saying, like how, you know, everybody says, oh, that's so crazy, but crazy is not like a great word to be saying, because
True.
it's ableist, and so is like delulu or delusional, but it's hard
Yes,
to like
yeah.
get those out of your vocab if you've been
Yeah.
saying it and just not like thinking about, you know.
I feel like my way of doing it is to find a word that I find fun to say and then like aggressively replace it with that.
Yeah,
Or like
yeah.
a phrase that I like better.
I always say
where-
that's so wild. That's what I say.
Yeah. Wild, I like.
That's
or,
so wild.
Like, driving me up the wall instead of driving
Yeah.
me crazy or something.
Like silly little
Because-
sayings, yeah.
It's also just a better mental image. Like,
True. Like you're literally driving me up the wall.
yeah. I like wild. I like feral. I like going up
Oh
the
yeah,
wall.
feral's pretty good.
Feral is good because it has such a specific energy to it that
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you I'm about to sound so chronically online, but I don't know if you've seen the gif of that dog that's like in someone's arms and it's just like rattling around, like just moving at like 900 miles an hour. That's the mental image in my mind when I'm saying feral, or when someone tells me
Yeah.
that they feel feral. I'm imagining them as a tiny little dog just barking, running around
Mhm.
nonstop. And that's a much better energy. That's a much better energy than the likes of crazy or delusional.
Yeah. Absurd is a good one too. I like absurd.
Absurd. That
Or
is, yeah.
ignorant, ridiculous.
I like ridiculous.
I like
because it's also
ridiculous.
just fun to say.
Yeah.
Any word that rolls off the tongue is just automatically
Mhm.
good to me.
Yeah, I'm definitely I always say I'm a slut for words, cuz I just really like a good word, you know. There's so many
Yeah,
good words
no,
out
it's
there, and
great.
I'm like, I will just say that forever if I think that it sounds good.
That's me with for some reason, so hateful and also heinous. For some
Oh,
reason,
I love
has been, like,
heinous.
on my mind. If I just find something so ridiculous, I'm just like, that is heinous. Like, how could you say this?
Mhm. That was a
And
choice that was made. That's a good one too.
Well, that was certainly something. I like also just going like, well, you certainly said that, or like you certainly think that. Interesting. That was certainly an opinion.
It's certainly an opinion.
I
Sochi was
also
saying
love-
about the two, like how cis guys are always only okay with gays if it's two women like making out because it's hot.
Oh my
That's
God.
something I hate so much.
At my father, when I came out,
Ew.
he literally, in those exact words, he was like, "Oh well, I mean, I guess I'm fine with it if it's two women."
Ew, from your
I wouldn't
own
really agree with it if it was-
father?
From my own father. and
That's
then he
so
wonders-
gross.
Then he wonders why I never told him like anything going on in my life or like my relationship.
Yeah, no wonder. That's so gross. That
Right?
is ick city. That ick
Right.
city. I'm gonna
Oh
say
my
ick
God,
city
that was-
forever now.
The major ick.
Ugh.
And I'm just like, I haven't even like, to this day, I've never brought it up with him because I'm just like, I don't even know if all these years later he realized how wrong that was, or like if he, if his opinion has changed, and I don't want to know.
Right.
Because I'm like, if he hasn't, then I
Right,
don't
like
want to
why
know
would you
about
ever
it.
disclose anything to him again if that's his reaction?
Exactly, exactly. And it's people, parents like this that I don't know if you've
Mhm.
seen. Have you seen the movie All of Us Strangers?
No.
It came out at the end of last year, and I'm not gonna
I'm
spoil it,
so
but
behind on like movies that have come out in the last like 5 years.
oh no, no, you're fine. Me too, me too. I keep like I like I like to think of myself as someone that's like into movies, and then I think about like how many that I've missed in the past year
Yeah.
alone. And I'm like,
I'm into
well,
movies I've seen like a million times.
yeah. I'm like, I'm into these specific movies, and like just the general idea of watching movies and
Mhm.
critiquing them. But All of Us Strangers has like, so it's a story about two, uh I think one is a gay man and one might be a bisexual man. I'm not sure. They might both be
Mhm.
gay, but they're living in like the same apartment building, and they just like get to know each other, and they go on this whole. It's a very like surreal kind of movie, but there's a scene with one of the characters talking to like sort of like a flashback version of their parents about their reactions when he came out, and like he gets this closure where like his dad apologizes to him for like not, like um basically like not coming into his room to like, say like I hope you're okay, and like I hope everything, he's like being bullied for being queer in school. And like
Mhm.
my god, watching that, I'm just like, is the kind of this is the kind of gay rep I want to see more of. Like I want the healing, like I want the retroactive
Yes.
closure for the
The
people that like
healing and the
didn't get it.
growth and like the
Yeah.
accountability.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Like it was, I just remember watching it and I was just like, this is so lovely, because I'm sure that there's so many queer people that, came out to their parents and it was not received well, and like they maybe never got that closure, or like never got, maybe their parents eventually came around but didn't even, you know, they didn't like apologize for like the way that they
Mhm.
did behave back then or something. Like even if their attitude changed over time and like they came to accept it, they still have to, I feel they still have to own up to like, the way that they initially reacted.
Oh,
Because like,
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, like you can't have closure without that, I feel like.
You really can't. Like I'm no contact with my family except for my little sister.
Right. Thank you, sister.
Thank you, sister. She's the only one that has ever been like consistently great,
Mm.
and I am so thankful for her. But like especially my I call him my sperm donor. My sperm donor side of the family is so atrocious.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
They're so bad. Like they could not accept that I was not straight. They are
Mm.
also very fat phobic, even though my size is literally the way that all like women born on that side all have the same
Yeah.
like body shape pretty much. So I'm like, you're literally just
Yeah,
self-hating and
what?
projecting it onto me as a child. So thanks so
Yikes.
much.
Thanks for that.
But yeah, I had awful experiences, and that's like stuff I can never get closure from that because they're never gonna apologize to me.
Mm.
And my mom is unfortunately no longer living, but
Right,
she
right.
did end up like trying to heal our relationship in the last few years she was alive, and
Yeah.
apologizing for a lot of stuff that she put me through as a child and stuff. So at least I
Oh.
got a bit of closure there.
Yeah,
But I just
yeah.
wish everybody could get closure from their
Right.
shitty like parents or people in their lives that are not
Yeah.
accepting.
And it's just, I don't know, it's what makes me like, I've been very blessed to have a family that, aside from that gross comment, but
Right.
the rest of my family the rest of my family were like very, very much fine with it. In fact,
Good.
when I came out to my aunt, she basically said, "Yeah, I know." Like she was just like,
I
I've
love a
seen."
good, yeah, we already
Yeah.
knew that. Tell us something we don't know.
It
I
was like,
love those
"I've
kind of
seen the
coming
way
out
you act."
stories.
Yeah, like it was very I remember having the opposite. Like I remember thinking I had the total wrong expectation going into it, where I thought that my mom would be very like not accepting of it, very like difficult to sort of like
Mm-hmm.
make her understand. And then I thought my dad would be fine with it. And it ended up being the total opposite, where I came home to my mom like, okay, this is an anecdote from this, but like the day that I decided to come out was after seeing, and this again, this just tells me how important media is for us little gay people. But I came out the night after seeing, or no, the night that I went to see Frozen in cinema, because I was watching it, and one of my friends afterwards was like, I really think Elsa is probably just a lesbian or ace. And I was like, man, you're so right. You're so right. And you know what? I also love kissing girls. and
Hell
I was like,
yeah.
yeah. And I was just like, I was so like in my little revelation. Like, I don't know. I was just realizing, like, yep, no, for sure. Like, all of my thoughts finally, like, came to a conclusion. All of the, like, spiraling that I had done. And I was just
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, no, I like kissing girls as well as boys. And I, like,
Yeah.
marched home and got to my front door and then started, like, panicking and crying.
Oh
And
no.
my mom opened the door and was like, what's wrong? Like, what is going on? And my mom is like not a very she's like not very like outwardly expressive. So like she has like a very she like keeps like the same sort of neutral expression like a lot of the time, even if she is having a good time or like she's very hard to read. Uh so I was like, you know, she's like showing some concern and is just like, what is wrong? Like, why are you in the porch sobbing? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, Mom, I I have to tell you something. I'm so
Oh.
sorry. And she's like, what? What happened? Like, what did you do? Or like, what is going on? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I think I like girls and boys. And she's like, okay. Are,
Aw.
are you coming inside now? Like, what? Like, what is going on? And I was like,
Aw.
wait, what? And then I ended up being the one that was angry because I was like, wait, I built this up so much in my head and you you dropped the ball. What is going on?
And you just said, okay, are you
Yeah,
coming
I'm
back
like,
inside or what?
where is my big dramatic
Oh, that's so
explosion? Like,
funny
what is
though.
happening?
Yeah.
I got played by
You
myself.
did. You played yourself. I hate like building up things in my head and then it not going
Right.
that way.
Yeah, you're like, I'm sorry, that's not how the scenario that I daydreamed went. Like,
Literally.
you're going off script. What's happening?
Yeah, hello. I make the script in my brain. You're just supposed to telepathically know it. What's wrong with y'all?
But that was, you know, I got very, very lucky with that. And like
I'm very
having
glad.
yeah,
Everyone
like having a
deserves like
family
a
that
good family. It's unfortunate that so many of us don't really have that.
yeah. And that's the thing, it's like my family wasn't even it's not even that they were very like outwardly supportive, but it was just they really just didn't care. Like they just didn't give a shit. They were
I
like,
mean, that's
okay,
good.
go kiss your girls, you know, which is honestly, yeah, I'm like, actually, I think I prefer that to having a big sort of like
hmm Or like
a
the
big
ones that
spat
try a
about it.
little too hard.
Yeah, yeah, exactly,
Because there's like
exactly.
a fine, I feel like there's a very fine line between like being accepting and like then trying too hard, like just buying all the rainbow merch you can find and
Yeah,
giving it to your gay kid. I'm like, that's, I appreciate the where you're coming from, but I feel like you're just missing it a little here.
right. I'm like, okay, I don't need to, you know, my whole wardrobe doesn't have to like change to rainbow
Right. Like
t-shirts. It's okay.
I don't need every gay thing on the planet
Yeah,
to be in my room right now. Thank you. Thanks
my
so much.
for so long after I came out, my mom, whenever she got like remotely tipsy or drunk or something, she would like sit me down and she'd be like, you have to watch this film with Tom Hanks where he plays a gay man and it's called Philadelphia and you have to watch it." And I'm like, "It's okay. Like it's all right. Like I feel fine. I feel accepted. Like you know, it's okay." But every single time she'll come home and be like, I need to tell you about this movie. And I'm like, I know it's okay. Like you've told me this so many times. It's fine. I think she just wanted me to like, which I get it because now all these years later, I'm like eating my own words where I realize like, well, it really is important to see yourself in movies and to see,
Yeah,
you
it
know,
is.
to see gay people just existing. Like
Mhm.
I'm reaching a point now where I'm like I'm ready to move on from all the like the queer angst stories. Like
Yes. Oh, we were
I
talking about
just
that
want
yesterday
movies.
too. Mhm.
Oh, sorry. I I just really want movies that just happen to feature characters that are gay and that's not
Mhm.
the whole plot line or like they don't have to have like a big coming out moment that like defines the plot. Like I just want to see gay people also having what is the name of the movie I'm trying to think of? the one that came out recently, the like royal, no, what is it called?
Red and
Red, white,
royal,
and
red, white,
red, white, and
royal
royal
blue,
blue.
right?
Yeah, like that movie, I'm like, this is perfect. Like, just give me a stupid rom-com that just has gay leads. Like,
Yeah.
that's all I want.
Mm-hmm.
I just want the same crappy movies, but with,
Right. We deserve
with
the same
people.
like cheesy rom-coms that straight couples
Yeah,
get. Yeah, that's what I want to. That's what we were
yeah,
talking about
they don't.
yesterday is that like there's so much trauma
Yes,
that we
yeah.
have to go through like in media with queer representation because they always make it some big angsty thing and like we deserve just happy frivolous little like pieces of
Mm,
media.
yeah. Like, I've had enough of the bury your gaze trope. Like,
Yes,
I'm over
I'm
it.
so tired of it. So
I'm
tired. Please just give
so
me happies.
right.
Especially
And
with like trans stories too because it's always
yeah.
like sad or traumatic or something. Like I just want happy trans
Mm,
characters that just
yeah,
happen to be trans. Like
that was something I loved in I don't know if you watched have you watched Sense8? The Netflix
yes. Mhm.
original. That was something I loved because like the trans character Nomi, like I think they dwelled on it for maybe like one episode and they just established like um that her mom is like not fine with it and her brother is, and
Mhm.
that's it. And and then they just go and they have their adventure and like they have their cool sci-fi series, and it
Yeah.
and it's like it's something that comes up now and then, but it's not like the only the only character trait or the only plot point
Right. It's not like the only
that
thing about
she
them.
gets.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like it struck the balance so
Yeah, Sensei
well.
was very beautifully done.
Yeah. Every day
Mhm.
I'm so mad that they didn't get like a full
Oh, I
set
know.
of seasons.
I know.
I don't understand.
Netflix ruins everything, to be honest. All my favorite shows they always cancel.
Right. I'm like, how is Riverdale getting renewed again?
Ugh,
And yet,
it's so done. Get over it.
uh, please. I don't care
Please.
about Riverdale. Nothing needs this many seasons.
No.
Sense8 was such a good, like, uh, again, it's the perfect balance of like a story that features queer characters, but they're not just reduced to that.
Right. They're like fully fleshed out people, like we all
Mm.
are.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Right. And I was thinking because I know before we went live we were talking about fics, but
hmm
like I do feel like that's why so many queer people are into fan fiction, because it's like you can take these characters that you like from a movie
hmm
that unfortunately suffer with like the gay angst or like the barrier gaze trope, and you can like rework those characters into like what you wanted to see for them.
Yeah.
And that brings me a lot
Exactly.
of comfort.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I definitely feel like a lot of queer people find a lot of comfort in fan fiction because we can just literally filter whatever we want.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there are endless queer fics, endless like fics with trans people and all this other stuff.
Mm.
And it's not like reducing them to some tragic character. It's just they're people
Yeah.
and they get to be in love and they get to go through, you know, yeah, drama, but
Right?
nothing like too bad, you know?
Yeah,
Just like
and
normal people things.
it's a weird balance for me where I'm like yes, yes, I may have been drawn to this character because I learned that they were queer or because I read them as being queer,
Mm-hmm.
but like at the same time, I also love the character for like all of their other aspects, and I just want to
Yeah.
see them in
It's
these
just like a
different
bonus
scenarios
that
or
they're
like,
queer, you know?
yeah, yeah. I'm like, if anything, it's like it's a weird mix where I'm like, I should be more, what is the word? Uh like I feel like it's so hard to strike the balance of like wanting queer rep, but then also like being like, okay, but like I don't want that to be like the defining, like I don't want someone to be like, oh, watch this show because it has lesbians. Like, are the
Mm-hmm.
lesbians well written? Are they interesting? Like, I need more,
Yeah.
like
I
I'm
need
like
more than just
I'm
they're
at the point.
gay.
Yeah, like I'm at the point now where I'm like, all right, like we're past the days of like,
mm-hmm.
searching for crumbs. Like I'm not gonna watch something just because there's like a whiff of gay in
Yeah,
it.
there's
Like
like a gay character in there for like 2 seconds with a cameo,
yeah,
please.
yeah. I'm like, we have higher standards now. Like we can ask for more.
Exactly.
We can ask for interesting gay characters now that aren't
Yeah.
reduced to a flat stereotype.
A whiff of gay.
I don't know why that was the phrase that
I
came
love
to
it.
mind.
It's so good.
Just a whiff. But you know, that's I don't know. As someone who watches like a lot of movies, that's just how I have been feeling recently. Where I'm like, we're at a point where we can ask for a little bit more. Like, we can ask for more than just to be featured. We're allowed to have interesting stories about ourselves that
Yeah.
aren't just us coming out, being rejected, suffering, and then eventually finding solace elsewhere. Like, I want more gay sci-fi. I want gay fantasy. That's why people love D&D, I feel like.
Yes.
And
I feel like yes, because you can
right.
just make it as queer as possible.
Yeah. But then it's also like not, you know, it's not your defining, like you can
Yeah.
you can be your own fun queer character, but you can like give yourself other personality traits or like
Yeah.
other
You can just be a
dimensions that
person. Oh my goodness.
yeah, that you like won't find in the media that's supposed to represent you, which is so bizarre. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very strange. Like I don't know. Something I love, like I always love this sort of subversion where like the super flamboyant character like turns out to not actually be gay, or like the super like
yes.
mellow character, you know, turns out to be the one that's like a raging homosexual, and like I do love that.
I love that too.
Yeah, but now I'm also like, now that's at the point where that's becoming tropey, and I'm like, man, like what's next?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want the media landscape to like shift a little bit.
Absolutely, it needs to at this point. It's 2024.
Yeah.
We need some kind of shift here.
Yeah, there is, and like also, it's 2024. Can we stop denying that queer coding exists? It's so
yeah, I know.
It kills me. Like there's so much. There are so many countries that, you know, sadly, it's still not okay to be outer. Like they
it's still not. It's not safe in the U.S. People like to claim that we're so like progressive. It's not safe to be queer or trans
there
here.
Are plenty of people, or like, you know, there are plenty of places where they make you think it's safe, and then you come out and it's like, oh, plot twist. Now we're not fine with it. Now that it's like in our company or like in our family.
Yep.
Which is also very annoying. But it's like, what gets me is that when countries with like very strict censorship laws and whatnot have to like find their way around, you know, censors and like get their queer coding in however they can. And like people act as if that was like never a thing in the West. Like people act that as if the Hays Code didn't exist, like, and that they had to find ways to like queer code characters, and like there was a rule where it's like, okay, like you can have this queer character, but like they have to be a villain, or like they have to die at the end, or like, you know, like we have a history of censorship. And
there's
so
a big thing
people,
of big censorship issues.
But it's so strange to me that people act nowadays as if like that's so bizarre, like as if Chinese games are like, where they're like, no, like why they would just say this if they meant it, like they would just include this, or like they would just do this, and it's like, well, they can't, my guy. And like it used to be the same over here.
Yeah,
like they had to find different ways. They had to use references to literature. They had to use like different symbols to like get this across to us
in a way that they could get it like out there, without it
like
being shut down automatically, and then them being taken off the project because they tried to put a queer person in.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's just so bizarre to me that people act as if it's a new thing, or that it's like that it's only a problem in this country, or like that it's only ever been a thing in this country, where it's really not. Like at some point, every queer community or like person was living under some form of censorship. And not able to actually, you know, be out or like express that they're out. I don't know. And again, like you said, even today in our, you know, quote unquote progressive countries, like there's still,
I mean, they're trying to take the rights away that they gave us like years ago. They're trying to revert everything back.
Every day I look at America and I'm like, what is going on there? Like, what is happening? What is going on? That is the one thing that stops me, where I'm like, every day I'm like, oh, it'd be so convenient if I moved to America. And then I'm like, but
It's
then I'd have to live in America.
yeah, you don't want to. It's awful here.
Land of the
Especially
free?
right
Question
now.
mark?
I feel like especially when the pandemic hit, it's like everything
Mm-mm-mm.
became increased tenfold. All of the horrible things
Yeah.
that are already going on here have increased so much more.
Yeah. No, it's true. And I feel like it's similar to I know you and Bella were saying about it yesterday, but like that sort of the desire to just like rebel against like whatever is established.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I feel like it's probably similar maybe with like, you know, LGBTQ rights and trans rights and everything, where it's like, oh no, this has been established as like, you know, a normal thing now. And then suddenly people feel the need to rally against it or to like not be okay with it anymore now that it's official, or like now that it's
Yep.
in their faces.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what
It's
happens.
so, ugh.
It's so
But
frustrating.
it's wild that it happened in such a. I guess honestly, I feel like it's probably partially the internet to blame, but it's wild to me that it happened in such a. It felt like something that was kind of like brewing and then just happened in such a wave, where I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, wow, like I thought, you know, I thought alt-right people used to be quiet about their nasty opinions. Like now
Yeah.
they're
They've
getting
gotten
louder and
so
louder.
brave. They need to
Yeah,
remember they should be scared of us, actually.
yeah.
They forgot to
I
be
don't know. It's
scared.
so. It's. I'm like, wow, wow. You really said that out loud in a public forum. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I see. I thought we used to
And
be
then they
ashamed of
have
these.
like a ton of people just coming in to back them up too. I'm like, where are you all coming from? They're like
Yeah,
coming out of
true,
the
true.
fucking woodwork.
They have their mom's basements. Ah.
They're coming out of
Ugh.
their mom's basements.
I mean, this is the thing. Like some of these
Mm-hmm.
people, I'm like, you definitely are, because you like. I know you have better things to do on a Tuesday afternoon. Surely, like, why? Why
Surely
is
you
this what you're
have
spending your
better
time on?
things to do.
Just tell me you don't have hobbies. Like,
Yeah.
my God, I think that's my new like, what is the word? My sort of go-to attitude with these people is just to be like, just to refer to them as the losers that they are. Like, I don't have
Mm-hmm.
the energy to argue with them, but I'm just like, all right, okay, like, you could just get a hobby, but okay,
Right.
stand out here and protest
Sorry you're
for
so
your
unhappy
quote
with
unquote
yourself,
rights.
but like, get away from
Yeah,
me.
I'm sorry you have nothing better to do. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry that you can't stand to see me hold hands with my girlfriend. Like, I don't know why it bothers
Literally.
you so much, but get over it. Just
Get
because you don't have a
over it.
girlfriend.
Yeah, you're just jealous. Because I can get more women than you can. Haha.
True, true. Historically, yes.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Ooh,
I
okay.
just
I do
don't.
have an ad break
Mm.
coming up in a minute.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh yeah, I should reheat my coffee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Apologies, I've been
Yes.
ranting so much.
No apologies needed. This is a yapping time, you know? We
Hell
love the
yeah.
yapping.
Hell yeah.
All right, I will talk to you again in a few minutes with some
Yeah.
ads. You reheat your coffee, get a
Yes.
stretch, all that good things.
Hell yeah. Okay. Be right back.
Okay. All right, y'all. um, hold on. Let me catch up on some of the things that y'all have been saying, and then I will take break. Because there were some things. The difference between queer coding and queer baiting. I'm going to put a pin in that. We can talk about that. Because I think that's definitely a thing that people don't realize they mean queer baiting when they're talking about like what they hate. And they think they hate queer coding, but it's a completely different thing. My siblings and homosexuality, they'd be arrested at least. True. If I was out in my family community, I know I'd be shut. Oh, Simi, I'm so sorry. Also, I'm so sorry to all of you who have had like negative experiences either with family or just with people in general with your identities. You are so loved and so cared for. Fuck those people. They're just miserable little haters. And you all deserve to be proudly yourselves. Wild because so many people are fighting harder against capitalism and bigotry and so many things, but the opposite side is like, we can't let this happen, and pushing full force in really scary ways. Yes, exactly, Meg. Love seeing the big pushback and people not backing down. I keep waiting for a French-style pushback. Yes, we need a revolution, literally. We've been needing it. The one thing France did correctly, the guillotine. Not the guillotine. So honored that the most productive thing you can do is attempt to insult me. Ooh, I love that, Darmo. Yeah, we love the yaps. Thank you all for hanging out for the yaps. Okay, I'm gonna take a break and get a stretch in. Everybody please be sure to stretch as well and do anything you might need to do for your self-care times. And then we will be back to yap some more. Thank y'all for hanging out. We'll be back. do that every time. I do that every time. Y'all are wild in here, huh? You're so silly. Don't you dare try and make me cry. What are you trying to do in here? Incite chaos?
I just like, you know, whenever I collab with anybody and they like leave for a bit, I'm like, all right, tell me what we love about this person.
That's so cute.
I like to hear it. Especially since, you know, we don't know each other as well, so it's nice to get an idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Chat, you don't know the backstory of Mori being here. So we both thought we were mutuals for so long. Because you know how the Twitter has the algorithm now with like the For You or whatever. I was just seeing your tweets all the time. And I just thought we were just mutuals because we have so many people like in common.
Yeah, we're like in each other's sphere.
Yeah, exactly. And then Mori followed me and then DM'd me and was like, hey, I know we just met, but like, you want to collab?
I'm like,
can I join?
I know we're just meeting, but I have had my eye on you.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I'm like, I've been aware of your existence. However, I didn't realize I forgot to actually hit follow. I'm so sorry.
I do that all the time. And then like I'll forget to follow to like translate my follow to Twitch as well.
Yeah, to all the other platforms. It was when I went to message you and then I couldn't, and I was like, wait, what? I was like, oh. I'm not following them. But it's just my my head empty. There's so many people that I thought after we like had that after we like messaged, I like went through my For You page to be like, wait, who am I following and who am I not following?
Literally, I had to do that all the time.
I gotta do some damage control.
Like, please. I don't like you any less because I wasn't following you this whole time, I swear.
I'm like, I've still been liking all your tweets and I will continue doing that. Now you have an extra number. Oh, look at all these. This is so cute.
No, I'm gonna cry. They're being so cute for you. Don't let them fool you. They're very chaotic.
No, but this all seems, you know,
they're little gremlins.
The hardworking part is true. Organizing 28 days of collabs. I could never. I don't think I've organized 28 collabs in my entire time of streaming.
Me either.
And I don't think I ever will.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Right? For someone who yaps a lot, I am like I'm quite shy when it comes to stuff like this. Me
too. I always feel like I'm gonna bother people because, you know, we're all busy. We all have our own lives. We're all doing our own content and stuff. So I'm always so like, I wouldn't say necessarily too like scared. I don't think a lot of people really intimidate me anymore. Like the first year or so of streaming, like everybody intimidated me because people have been doing it for so long and they're so comfortable and stuff. But now like I feel pretty comfortable. So I'm not like super intimidated, but it's just more so I don't want to bother people. And I also don't take rejection well, even though I know it won't be like necessarily against me. It just like the vibe's not there or the time isn't there or the spoons or whatever. But I'm always like,
no, I feel
but if they say no, then that means they don't like me. That's what my brain thinks.
I'm so bad for this where I'm like, if they say it to like any other person, I'm like, oh, you know, they're just like, if my friend came to me and was like, oh, like someone said no to this collab, I'd be like, well, you know, I'm sure they're just busy and like there'll be other chances to collab with them. It's fine. But if it happens to me, I'm like, oh, they hate me. Like I'll never hear from this person again. They don't want anything to do with me. And I'm like, why, brain? Why? Why does it do that? Why is the brain no cooperate?
Literally though. The brain is just out to get us.
We are all just our own. We really are just our own worst enemy at the end of the day. And like, and it's so strange because it's something that's like, I feel like it's so common among like all streamers where it makes me wonder, I'm like, how have we not overcome this like as a community?
Well, I'm saying
like, if we all know that we're like this, then you would think it would no longer be an issue, and yet and yet
hi Bella.
It still manages to be. Oh my god, hi Bella. Wait, what am I seeing? Dragon writing.
I don't pay any mind to that. Don't pay any mind to that.
My eye just like drifted over, and I was like, oh. No judgment, no judgment. Oh my
We
god.
have conversations sometimes, you know?
No, it's okay. I feel it. I feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
There's a lot of
when I
people that
play,
are very attracted to dragons. That's all I'm gonna say.
no, and they're right.
No,
They're right.
I know, that's what I said. I'm like, y'all are right for
Yeah.
that. I mean, me too. Shit.
Like I'm not into like the full on dragon thing, but like I can understand it. But I'm quite partial to like when they have the dragon horns and tail. Like that's peak for me. I like that. But I understand it. The monster I I went
We are a
sorry,
bunch of
that just
monster
reminded me.
fuckers. That's true.
Yeah, I went to a convention recently and someone had they were selling like pins that had like AO3 tags on them, and there were so many monster fucker ones. I loved it. But I will never, I don't think I could be brave enough to wear them in public, sadly.
No, that's understandable.
But you know, knowing that they exist, I'm like, someone out there has a monster fucker pin on their backpack or hoodie or wherever.
I'm gonna get one and
wherever
I'll
it is.
wear it out in public as solidarity with you. I'll put it. I have a little I always forget if it's Ida or Ida bag pronunciation, but I have a little like heart-shaped purse one that's got like
Oh,
a heart-shaped little place for the pins. I would definitely put a monster
Oh.
fucker one there. Right now, all I have is I have one that says my they them pronouns on a little the little thing. I'm forgetting the name of it, but on the Ouija board, the like cursory thing.
Oh, I also
I forget
I know the part that you're
the name. I forget the name, but I've got that, which is a gift from Meg, and then I have a little
Cute.
one of the little creatures from Final Fantasy XIV on it.
Oh,
The
I have like
Spriggan.
so much like tangential information about Final Fantasy, but I've never played it.
Oh my gosh,
So I
you
have,
should
like-
play, and you should join my my guild.
I keep thinking about it, but I'm like, do I have
planchette,
time
that was
for
the
like
word.
another? Oh my god, that copy pasta! I didn't realize. I actually knew it off by heart without even realizing.
You did? Iconic.
Yeah. I was like, oh, like what's that one copy pasta that goes like, have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMO? And I read the whole thing, and I was like,
Yep.
something like that. And they're like,
Exactly.
no, that's it.
Yep, that's it.
I've simply had it said to me that many times.
It's
ingrained in
like
my mind.
you have if you start playing, it just becomes like a thing you have to do. It's not a cult, but it's like a cult adjacent. I feel like.
So, like,
True,
have
I
no
do
choice.
run that Final Fantasy XIV ad for free.
Yeah,
They
what
need to
is-
sponsor
hello?
me, please.
Where's the paycheck?
Mm-hmm.
There are so many things that I'm like, why am
Come
I
on,
working
Yoshi P.
overtime for this? Like,
Literally, like, why are we working overtime?
why am I giving them all this free advertisement? and yet. But it's always for things that I'm like, everybody here already plays this, so I guess it's not, you know, they don't need the reminder. They
right,
already
right.
know how much I love, like, X character from Star Rail or something.
Oh,
It's
Star
okay.
Rail, yeah. I haven't played Star Rail in so long.
Star Rail consumes me. It's so bad. Poor Bella has been, like, suffering with my hyperfixation.
I hyperfixated
just
on
like-
it when it like first dropped, and then I kind of like tampered out.
Fair. I feel like I like liked it well enough because I had played other I played Genshin Impact and I had played
Same.
Honkai Impact.
Yeah.
So my friend was telling me how like there's a lot of overlap with Honkai Impact and like there's a lot of like references that you'll, you know, be able to get. So that was the initial like draw for me. And I liked the first world in it well enough. Wasn't crazy about like the second one. But
Mhm.
now the most recent like sort of planet or like world or whatever like that they're exploring has me in such a chokehold. Like I don't know what came over me. And it's also where I like discovered my new favorite like gay ship, and now I'm like 100%. I'm like, now I have to see it through. Like I have to see I have to see what
Yes.
they do with these characters or else
Oh my
I will
god,
never know peace.
Zila and Branya.
My beautiful. Oh my god,
Mhm,
they were
mhm.
who I was thinking of earlier because there's a Honkai
Of them
Impact
being
manga where
queer-coded?
Yeah, where they kiss, where they full on kiss.
Yes,
Like,
yes, they have full
Honkai
on
Impact is like
canonically kissed.
explicit. Yeah, Honkai Impact is fully like no, I love women, or like I just want to like look at pretty girls all day. Like there's so many characters that are just
Oh
so
yeah,
many
full
girls
on.
kissing girls.
Yep, girls kissing girls, which
Or
I'm
wanting to
here
kiss
for.
girls. Yeah, or like pining for girls. And then
Yeah.
like people, you know, they like went, I guess they like went like a step further, and like the censors came down on them, and now they have to like go a little more, you know, again, they have to more so like queer coding rather than like, saying things explicitly. But like the amount of Star Rail fans that act as if like none of this ever happened, like they'll spout their bad faith opinions, and I'm like, why are you just willfully ignoring everything that came before? Like this company is, they're literally known as Homoverse. Like I don't know what to tell you.
They
Like,
are. Yep.
They were the ones. They love girl kissers. I don't know what to tell you.
They love girls kissing girls. What
Yeah.
can you do, you know?
None of their characters can shut up. There it is. There's the kiss. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the official canon kiss.
Yeah.
That is 100% official.
And
that's
like,
a
even
win.
Even after they removed this kiss, like
they put it back though. It's back.
Oh, amazing. Oh.
That's what that post is about. They put it back.
Thank you, Bonnie and Sayla. I'm so happy. Yeah, when I saw them in Star Rail, I was like, I wonder if they'll go the same way. And then Sayla spends the whole story simping for Bronya. I was like, perfect. We're so back.
We're so back. We are so back. Happy
it.
Pride, everyone. We're so back.
Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, but also Kaveh is not rerunning again.
Listen. Okay, I'm sorry. I was literally venting to my partner about this because I want Al Haytham.
I was gonna ask if he played or not, but
I want Haytham because I missed him the first time around.
Taste.
I want him, and I was like, okay, they have the chance to be so great right now and put Kaveh on his banner. Right. But no, they chose homophobia instead. Lighthearted.
Literally, I'm like,
but like, why is Bennett on another banner and not Kaveh?
Yeah,
anyways, that's like, my fucking Roman
like
Empire today, I guess.
No, I feel you. I'm a rare exception in that I have like C0 Bennett somehow. Like I've never. he like does not show up for me. I don't know why.
That's so wild.
The 4 stars I want never come home. But
you can have some of mine.
Yeah, I'll take some Bennett Constellation.
I C6'd him because I can't deal with the notification.
Oh, I remember there was so much discourse about that, and it only really
he's still like, good. It's
3 characters. I'm like, it's really not that big of a deal. But like I've somehow escaped Bennett, but I'm still like, god damn it, like please. Why are you giving us? You gave us the wrong blonde. Like,
yeah, that's the wrong blonde. Come on.
Everyone and their mom has Toma.
Toma was just on the banner like not that long ago. Kaveh hasn't been on in like a year.
Run Toma with Ayato. Like run, just.
I'm saying
they
like
all have their respective gays to run with.
Please like, honor the ships. You all know who we ship. You ship them too.
And it's so bizarre because Kaveh is such a popular character. Like even outside of the ship, like they use him in every marketing thing. Every like
they know he's popular. Same with Haytham. They're both like that ship is so popular.
Yeah, it brought me back to the game. I took a break from Genshin for like over a year.
I was like, damn, those look gay as hell. I need to get back in, huh?
I'm like, what do you mean Hoyoverse has like a slice of life romance going on? Like, what happened while I was away?
The Homoverse strikes again.
It was like to the point where I forgot that they were from Genshin. Like I would be like reading like fics of them and like looking at art of them, and I completely forgot that they were like from Genshin. Like they just exist in their own little like world for me. And then I was like, fine, okay, I'll come back to Genshin. And now every time I play Genshin, people are like, wait, so like, where's your Alhaitham? Where's your Kaveh? And I'm like, I don't have them because they never rerun. Like since I came back, I haven't had the chance to grab them. But now Haitham's back, but where is his boyfriend?
I'm saying,
why are they would make so much money
in Pride Month.
I'm just like,
during Pride, you're gonna pull that,
right? But even just from like a corporate money making perspective, I'm like, this
from a capitalism standpoint, you would think that they would know.
MiHoYo, like what is going on? Who is in charge of choosing the banner characters? Because like the amount, do they not know the amount the amount of money that I would throw at them for this banner? It's ridiculous.
I don't throw money at them anymore. But
Uh, my only hope is that they put Kaveh on the next upcoming banners, which are like Hydro characters, because he should be good in their team comps. So I'm like, if they don't put him on those
true.
banners, then I really have no idea what's going on. Like,
Yeah. We
I'm
have
like
lost the
officially,
plot, truly.
yeah, like I'm out of reasons at that point. Cause like, I don't know if you were playing. I wasn't playing at the time, but I remember seeing about the glitch that was going on with Kaveh, and how he could like delete items from people's worlds.
I
And
wasn't playing at the time, but I did see like all that stuff happening.
yeah,
Like
so,
they were
like,
deleting like whole things. I saw
it was
like clips of it.
it
Oh
was
my
wild.
god, it was wild.
And like it's I'm like, okay, I understand that that was like a rough time for them and they wanted to do some damage control and like you know, maybe have a break from him being on the banners, but I'm like, that it's been so long.
They
Like, we're
they
over
fixed it so
It's
fast
okay.
once they knew about it. Like we're fine.
Yeah.
Give him back.
I'm just like,
Give back my
it's
emotional
alright.
support gaze, please.
Literally. And like they, you know, they gave us the story quest that has them, like Sino's second part of his story quest like features at them a bunch, and I'm like, what? Like, don't they know that the people yearn for High Kaveh? Like, are they not? They have to know. They have to be aware.
Yeah, literally. Also, I don't know if you see River's message here.
Oh my god, no, you're
but
so
I'm
correct.
so yeah.
Why? Like, where is his blood circulation?
Literally
He looks
the
like a
whitewashing
vampire.
is so horrible, which is why I don't like create content around Genshin.
Fair,
I will
fair.
play like offline, but I will not do like content because it's so the colorism is in Chinese
the
companies
colorism is
so
a
bad.
huge issue.
It's a huge issue. It is with all their games and a bunch of other
A lot of
companies.
games,
Gotcha games especially have such a whitewashing issue.
yeah.
Like, why does he look like a John? It's so funny. He does.
He looks like a vampire.
He does.
Like, sir,
I'm like,
who took
please.
all of, like, even the white
Who
characters
drained you?
in Genshin look ghostly. Like, I'm just like, what? Like, they can have a little, like, you know, my god. These people are out in the sun all day. Like, like what?
Literally.
What are we doing? Why are their legs, like, blinding me?
Legitimately, though. It's really bad. No, it pisses me off, too.
Yeah, it's like the new character that they introduced, Sethos, who is like, you know, by Genshin standards is dark, but like, you know, I'm like praying and hoping that they'll see like the positive reception to that character and like try to, you know, incorporate it a little bit more.
Yes, we need more diversity and inclusivity so badly.
Which is why I'm like, please, everybody pull on that banner and like, like show off your Sethos. Just I need them to like get the message somehow. To stop shafting their darker skin characters.
Literally.
It's so weird. I say darker skin, but again, I'm talking.
They're not even that dark. Yeah.
I'm talking like Genshin's like, you know, white as a sheet of paper standards, but yeah, no, it's really bizarre. I still play the games, but it's definitely I play a lot of the Hoyoverse games, but like I like rent as I play them. About because they have consistent issues between all of their games.
Yeah.
Like it's the same in Genshin, it's the same in Star Rail, it's the same in Impact. Like colorism is just it's so prevalent, sadly. I wish it was not a thing, but I don't know. It's one of those cases where I'm like, this is where the wallets, this is where people, you know, I feel like the banner sales and stuff, I hope they'll like take them into consideration and, you know, take them into consideration.
Hopefully.
And realize this is what people want. Like, we want more of this. Like, they fully leaned in to, you know, like people shipping Ratio and Aventurine from Star Rail. Like, they gave us so many little extra bits of content with them.
Right, yeah.
Went wild for them and like pulled like crazy on Aventurine. And it's like, come on, like, just this, but like with other aspects of your
they know how to market and they know how to work
like,
with the audience, but
yeah, please realize the untapped potential, you know.
And like I know so many people that every time, because there are player surveys like every month and every update or whatever, I know so many people who every single survey, and I do the same thing if I'm playing and I see the survey like
Yeah.
listing, hey, we're not going to stop asking you to stop whitewashing your fucking games. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
people of color deserve to feel represented in the games that they play, and there's so many people that love this game or all your games.
Yeah. And it's wild because it's, you know, what is like the I didn't really like I didn't used to use the feedback surveys at all because
Mm-hmm.
I remember just being like, whatever, like I don't care enough to get, you know, my 3,000 mora or whatever it is.
Right, it's like nothing.
Yeah. And especially because Genshin never seemed to incorporate anything from the surveys into the game. So it really felt like very pointless to me.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I started playing Star Rail, they seemed to actually really, you know, they seem to listen to people.
Yeah. They have been
take
more
the
and
time
more
to
with
do the
Genshin
feedback
as well.
surveys.
I've been noticing they've been listening more to
Right.
the surveys.
Yeah.
So,
like,
you know, here's hoping they start to
Yeah.
do better.
I really want a gacha game. Like maybe even if it's like, regardless of if it's like another Chinese gacha game or if it's like a Western gacha game, but I want a gacha game to like really make Genshin sweat and like up their standards, because they have had no competition for so long. Like even Wuthering Waves, this new one that's come out, it's not been enough. Like they panicked briefly.
Yeah.
And like quality of life stuff, but it's not nearly enough to
yeah.
to actually make them change drastically.
The thing with the Wuthering Waves?
Yeah.
It looks like a copy pasta of Hoyoverse games.
Oh my god,
and
yeah.
that's where I'm like, it literally looks
Frankenstein.
the exact same in so many ways. So I'm like, I don't know if this is the way to compete with them by like, it kind like, I don't want to assume they stole any assets, but it looks so similar. It's hard to imagine that they didn't like heavily take like a lot from those games. Like you need to make something different to really make them sweat, because if you have a game that looks so similar to theirs, they're not gonna sweat at all.
Yeah.
And make like necessary changes and like stuff like that. We need a good gacha game that has a lot of diversity. Yeah, I thought it was the same publisher too. I was like, wait, did Hoyo put out another new game? It's not. It's a different publisher, but it looks the exact same. Yeah. To me, at least. I know there are differences, but...
Oh, Wuthering Waves is published by Kudo, and then Genshin and Honkai are from
Hoyo.
Yeah. But that is the other thing that bugs me with Wuthering Waves, because they keep bending to the wishes of their like alt-right Chinese players. Like they basically changed
that's gross.
The entire story of the game as it was like initially conceived, because the beta test players basically in their feedback were like, the girls don't like the main character enough, like they're not nice enough. And it's like, they basically just removed the personality from like all of the girls. Like they just made them so flat and uninteresting and like immediately trusting of the main character, and just like, you know, they're all just like the waifu bait basically.
That's gross. Yeah, well, I'm glad I'm not playing that then, for sure.
Yeah, no, I have no...
That's so gross.
Yeah. I remember like wanting to play it briefly, and then I heard like the story was terrible, and then I heard about the changes they made and how they keep like listening to people that demand these changes, and I'm like, why? Like I feel like regardless of whatever piece of fiction or game or whatever you're making, like you should what is the word? Like you should stick to your vision. Like, you know, if you had
don't
a story
cater to the bigots and like the people that are pissed about whatever. Like stick to what you wanted to do in the first place, unless it's harmful, which having quote unquote undesirable female characters, which whatever.
Right.
If that's what you really think. God forbid they have a personality and not automatically like everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, like what I've seen of the initial, you know, the sort of like first draft of the story was so much more interesting and engaging. And now you can tell that they're like scrambling to like reorganize everything and like reanimate different scenes, and it's just already such a mess. And I'm like praying that they eventually learn to not just, you know, let their fan base like dictate how the game should go, because it's a very small subsection of it's a very vocal minority that is like crying out for these changes, but like
Right.
I don't know why they're catering to them this much, you know?
It's because even though they're the vocal minority, they're louder.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like they're more afraid of people like that not
It's
liking their
sad.
game, which is so shitty.
I'm just manifesting a new gacha game
Mm-hmm.
that like more people of color, more explicitly queer characters, like just
Yeah.
unabashedly,
Mm-hmm.
and just makes these other games sweat. Like
Yep.
I need a really, really good competitor
Mm-hmm.
that will like draw more people in. And again, they would draw more people in if they included more people. Like I don't it's so bizarre to me that it's such a
Oh yeah,
weird
body
concept.
inclusivity as well. I would love to see
That too.
not just gacha games, but like literally all games need to have
Yeah.
more like fat characters, more
Yeah,
body
way more variety of
diversity.
models.
Yeah, because the super stick thin, I'm so tired of it. It's every single game.
Especially when there are always like NPCs in these games that have bigger models. And
Yeah.
it's like, why just make one of the like make
Mm-hmm.
make this model for a playable character? Like it
It can't be that hard. You
understand.
already have it in the game.
Yeah, like it's clearly something you can do. I
But
know.
then they have to, you know, question their fat phobia. And
Oh,
then they
true.
have to deal with all of the fat phobic players being like,
True.
oh,
true.
well, I'm not gonna like play this character or pull for this character because they're fat and that's gross. Like,
Yeah.
get over yourselves. Fat people exist. We're not going anywhere. We're not hurting anybody. We would just like representation too. Also, like,
power
how
of, like-
boring would the world be if everybody was the same exact like size
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and looked
It's
the exact
even-
same like conventionally attractiveness or whatever?
Yeah. Even in these games that I play, like I'm getting tired of pulling for characters because it's always the same silhouette, the same body type, the
Mhm.
same sort of like the same like face design, you know, with like a
Yeah,
few
like the
tweaks
same
depending on the
face
character.
issue is so.
Yeah, the same face shape, the same oval, nice,
Mhm.
you know, like generic. It's just give me
Disney
something
has
else.
that issue so bad. Which
Oh
I
my
know.
God,
I mean, we're
yeah.
boycotting Disney anyway, but like
Yeah,
Disney has such a same face syndrome issue.
Ever
It's
since
awful.
Rapunzel, I feel like it's been so
Yep, they've all been like
apparent.
that same like tiny feminine like white woman face.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The teeny little nose, the same big doe eyes.
Yep.
It's the same like heart-shaped face. It's so apparent, and it's like, what?
Mhm.
How are we not? How are more people not bored of this? Like, I don't.
Right. I want
understand.
diversity, like in all
want
aspects.
variety.
I want variety. We all do.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just thinking that too. Even like Spirit City and whatnot. Like, even when
Mhm.
they do offer the option to change
Yeah.
your body type, it's still not very. I'm like,
Mhm.
this is especially when it's like, it's the same issue that I have in a lot of fast fashion, where like bigger sizes are just they're not actually catered to different body shapes. It's just the same pattern, but like made on like a bigger scale. But like it doesn't sit the way that it would like. They're like taking a size, whatever. I'm not sure about American sizes, but you know they're taking like the
Mhm.
average size T-shirt and looking at how that would fit on an average size person.
Yeah.
And then they just replicate the same pattern without making any changes. They just like, you know,
Mhm.
add a couple inches here, add a couple inches there,
Yep.
and they don't consider how it's actually going to like sit on someone.
Yeah.
And it's just it bugs me so much. Where I'm
I
like, this
know.
is why people don't feel like the clothes are flattering. Like
Mhm.
they're not being tailored the way that they should be.
Right. Everybody deserves cute clothes
Yeah,
that
and
fit
it's
them, and
possible. Like
it is so possible, but they're just like leaning on the fact that they just, you know, don't want to.
it's
Really.
like extra labor, and they'll have to like pay
Yeah.
their workers fairly to make. These
Oh
different
no.
ones, and
God forbid
Ugh.
they pay their workers.
I
Yeah,
know,
we all
it's
deserve
just-
clothes we like. And not the same, like,
Yeah.
I feel like plus size clothes are always the same, like, three patterns. It's either super plain, it's some unflattering, like, overly floral pattern, or like,
Oh yeah. True.
or like those, like, baby doll flared out tops or whatever. That's about the only, like, styles I see.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so strange as well. It's like
Mhm.
what why are we limiting it again to just these specific shapes, or like this type of fabric, or this like
Off shoulder,
Ugh.
yeah, it's always off shoulder. Yeah.
Oh, really?
There's so much, like, off shoulder.
Right. yeah, I don't know.
It's very frustrating.
It's the same with everything where it's like you can't just like make an exact copy of what you already had and just try like just stretch that or pull that or like adjust that to try to make it fit
Right.
something else. Like you have to innovate. You have to come up with something else that like fits the new audience or the person that you're trying to like, like if you're trying to include someone in something, you're gonna have to make changes from the default
Mm-hmm.
in order to make it work.
Yeah. And it shouldn't
It's not enough to
be
just
like that hard to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's when you're it's just so weird. I'm like, you're a business as well. Like even again, just speaking from like because at the end of the day, I'm like, all these people just want our money. So I'm like, if they wanted
Yeah, capitalism
if they
ruins
want our
everything,
money,
truly.
it does. But like I'm just like, if that's what they want, if they want us, if they want our wallets, then they should be catering to their customers. Like they're not,
Right. Like our money is just as good as everybody else's money.
Yeah.
Like, do you not want more money? If
That's how I
you
feel.
do
Yeah.
more things, you get more money. It's what makes sense.
Yeah. I'm just like, I don't know, like gay people will give you money for a gay thing in your game. Like I don't know how to like
Literally.
to put it so simply. Like
Mhm.
I will throw money at you if
It is a simple equation. Like you
Yeah.
make us feel
I'm like,
included and seen, we will give you the money for it. Like it's not
Yeah.
that hard of a concept to grasp. It's in
like,
all
oh,
aspects.
please.
Like
Please, multi-million-dollar company,
I'm
let me
saying,
like let me give you more money to
especially-
keep making your thing. Like
especially big companies that are like in the multi-millions or multi-thousands or whatever, like you have the
Yeah.
means to do these things. You're just
Yeah.
being lazy and catering towards the quote unquote, your vocal majority that you listen to, instead of listening to all these other people.
They're just playing it safe because they're at a point where they're comfortable making like they're like, all right, like as long as we're not, as long as we're not
Yep.
losing money,
As
as long as
that's
we're like
exactly
staying
how
on the
they
same.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, which is why I'm glad everybody has been canceling their Disney Plus subscriptions. I'm like,
Yeah.
if nothing else,
Fuck
maybe
Disney.
Did you see? Speaking of that, did you see about Pixar where like I think it was the what is the word? Not the CEO.
Was it
Well,
their
maybe the CEO, like the head guy at Pixar, basically, was like, yeah, like we're gonna be moving away from less. We're gonna like do like less of like personal inspired stories and like less focused on like one particular culture or something. Like basically he was just like, we're just making generic movies now. Like,
what?
we don't
I did
want
not
our
see that.
filmmaker.
Ew.
It was so, yeah.
I mean, they're owned by Disney at this point, right? So they're boycott
Yes,
also.
yeah.
That's so gross.
Which
I
sucks
did see that
because-
their like animator team was trying to form a union, which is great. I think everybody should unionize.
Yeah, they really need to. Yeah.
But
I'm glad more
that's
animators
so
are
gross.
unionizing now. Yeah, like,
Like what
even
a way
films
to
like
fucking
Luca-
try and market yourself.
Right. Like, even, films like Luca, which was like it was like a very personal story from that director. And like, again, that was another movie that had a ton of queer coding. And
Mhm.
like, Turning Red, like those are all very personal stories that are all very tied to like the culture of the person that made them or like, conceived the idea. And the fact that they were huge, like they were so warmly received.
Mhm.
And it's just, I'm like, why are we going in the opposite direction? Like, why are
Right.
you moving away from what makes your movies appealing to people?
Mhm.
Like, this is what
It's
we're
the
coming,
relatability and like the different cultures
Yeah.
and like experiences being shown and represented that are making your things popular.
Yeah, like this is what is making it interesting. This is what keeps people.
Nobody
coming back
wants
to these
the
movies.
same generic white stories all the time.
Yeah, yeah, or just like no personal input from
Yeah.
the director at all. Like it's so weird.
Mhm. Like
Like,
we
what
want
is left?
emotion and inclusivity and diversity.
Yeah, I want to hear from like that's why I was so happy to see like, movies like Soul, movies like Moana, like Luca,
Yeah.
Turning Red, like all these different I'm like,
Mhm.
wow, like they're finally embracing other parts of the world and like other
Right.
perspectives
And like
and like
doing it justice, like being very
yeah, yeah,
committed to respecting like the cultures that they're having stories told in, and the emotions in it and all that.
Yeah,
And like
it's
good
really
storytelling.
unfortunate because I feel it's unfortunate because I feel like the individual people working in Disney and like the directors that they work with, you know, don't reflect the values that Disney like as a corporation is pushing out.
Right. That's
But, like,
unfortunately what always
there's
happens
no
with
other
corps though.
yeah, and it's like there's no other way to signal to them that we hate this. Like, you know,
Right.
aside than like to just not watch anything, which sucks because I'm like I don't, you know, someone made a film and they put their time and their energy and their soul into that film. But I'm like, I don't want to give Disney, like, I don't want to give your like corporate overload that you're, or overlord even. I don't want to give them the money, so I'm not gonna watch your movie. I'm sorry, or like I'm not gonna pay to watch your movie.
It is unfortunate because there's so many hardworking people.
Yeah.
In these shitty corporations that do deserve their like their spotlight, and they do deserve to be like supported and stuff, but unfortunately since they're in a company or corporation that is not good in so many ways, unfortunately, like you have to weigh the like, do I want to support these artists and people, or while knowing that I'm supporting this company, or just not support them all.
Yeah, I really wish there was more of like a, I don't know how it would work, but like, you know, I'm like, if directors and whatnot could be like independent somehow, like I don't know how to make that work, but I would just love to be like, oh, like here's a director that made a movie that isn't tied to like any specific, you know, they're not like subjected to like Disney's way that they want to do things, or like they don't have to like reconsider this aspect of the film, or like change this part for like Russian and Chinese audiences or something. Like I want to support the directors on their own and what they wanted to make. Like, give me the director's cut.
Yeah.
Let them tell their story.
Oh yeah, Jinx brings up a good point too, that a lot of creators from like Disney, and I've seen from Pixar too, are like coming out about their experiences like with being in that company, and they're so like, it's so horrible to see how they've been treated. So like, really, you know, they put in their heart and souls, but they're being treated like shit.
Yeah, yeah. And it's really weird because Disney became, or like is in the process of becoming, basically what they were like satiring in WALL-E. Like they have become like the giant global megacorp that's like presiding over our lives, and like they're behind everything. Like so many things are owned by Disney. It's impossible to keep track of nowadays.
It is like they lost the ability to like self-reflect.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my god. Like, I don't know. I don't think they were ever like a perfect company, like Walt Disney himself.
No, I mean,
the asshole, but like they've just gone so, I'm like, wow, like not even a hint of self-awareness in becoming this giant global superpower. Like like the very thing that they used to like, you know, critique
frame as the bad thing.
Yeah, I'm just like, wow, power corrupts.
Power does corrupt. Yep. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't like it. Enough. Down with everything. Can we just every day, what if we just reset from scratch? Like, what if we just,
I know, we really do need a reset.
Please.
Everything needs to just be built back from the ground up.
Right? Like, just give us a chance to like go about this again and like learn from our mistakes. Mayhaps.
Yeah.
Don't let history repeat itself.
For real.
Please.
Oh yes, the struggle with the commercialization of art that squeezes out independent voices. A writer-artist has to be forced to trade a livable wage for stories they may want to tell. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, no more capitalism. Down with capitalism.
Down. Enough.
If we all band together, we can do it.
Please. I'm just like waiting for, you know, like this current generation of the people that have all the stocks and everything, and like that own these companies. I'm just like, please, just
tank it all.
Away with them. Like,
just tank it all on purpose. Burn it all down.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the next generation. Please. Like, I know, you know, we may not be perfect, but we can do better.
Mm-hmm.
I hope. And that's the thing. I'm also worried about like a lot of people because of like how vocal these like, you know, alt-right people and whatnot have become. Like, I'm always so worried about younger people that I know or like in my family getting radicalized or just getting like these ideas into their head, and like
Mm-hmm.
how to stop that from happening. Like, it scares me. That's part of the reason I don't want them on like voice chats with strangers and whatnot. Like, I'm just like, they don't need to be hearing people that are comfortable using slurs. Like, I don't want them to
Yep.
hear. I don't want, you know, my cousins to grow up learning to hate women or to like call everything like, oh, like that's so gay, or like that's, you know, like I don't.
Mm-hmm.
It scares me to think that they could just become radicalized overnight without even realizing it.
Yeah.
Like, just to hear all these harmful, hateful things
Mm-hmm.
and not
Especially
question
at
it, not
such
think about it.
a vulnerable age where their
Yeah,
brains
they're
are still
so young.
developing, and you know, they're more susceptible to retaining certain
Yeah,
points of view.
yeah. And it's so hard with the internet because I was thinking, like, you know, it's a shame that people like Andrew Tate can't just like be removed off the internet. But like the thing with the internet is that he'll just make a new account and like start over there
Yep.
and continue spreading the same, you know, like it's so hard in this kind of like online age. Like, there's no, well, first of all, we're running out of like informed opinions, and we're running out of
True.
like short form content.
Mm.
My god, like it's like a blessing and a curse, because it's like, yay, it's nice to like have a fun, silly couple of videos to scroll through. But then it's also like short form content leaves no room at all for like nuance or anything. Like, it's just
True. Very
you're
true.
just
Yeah.
getting, yeah, like you're just getting things blasted at you with no other like context, with no, it's
Mm-hmm.
always the most like extreme eye-catching thing because I want you to engage. Like, it's just,
Mm-hmm.
it's such a recipe for disaster
Yeah, it's like a
for like
double-edged sword because
younger.
it can be so good, but it can be so bad.
Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, please bear in mind, like, I'm saying this and I'm still scrolling TikTok like 2
Right.
hours a day, probably. Like, it's still a problem for me.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's just like, TikTok came for me at an age where I had already, like, developed the ability to, like, think critically and, like,
Mm-hmm.
knew how to, like, question sources and whatnot. But, like, these kids, like, they're just consuming it without thinking.
Yeah,
without
they're just
questioning
believing
anything.
without like
Yeah,
doing their own research and
yeah. Like, whatever is presented
critically
to
thinking,
them,
like you said.
it's just presented as fact, and like
Mm-hmm.
that's it. And they have no idea. Even like, oh my god, like even just watching, you know, some of the content creators and like the amount of like product placement and ads and stuff in their videos, stuff that kids won't even realize is an ad, or like, you know, the fact that
Yes.
they're being marketed to, like, it's
Mm-hmm.
so bizarre. It's so strange to see happen in real time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just like, why? I don't want my cousin to grow up in a world where people are in voice chats using slurs and like watching YouTubers that are like spouting hateful things that he won't even realize are, you know, hateful or like hurting someone else. Like, it's, I hate that. I hate that aspect of the internet. Like, it can be so good for sharing knowledge, but it's also so dangerous when it comes to sharing the wrong kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, this generation of parents is just not equipped to like teach their like there's just no learning, there's no like, they're just like, oh well, like they're just growing up with this technology, so like of course it's just, you know, they'll just inherently know how to use it and how to behave. But like, that's really not the case. Like, just because they're good at innately picking up a phone and being able to use it, that doesn't mean that they're not going to like navigate to places that they shouldn't be. That doesn't
Mm-hmm.
mean that they're not going to end up talking to a stranger that they're better off not talking to. Like, I really want more, yeah, like internet safety, internet awareness, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that too earlier. If anyone wasn't here earlier, about like internet safety needing to be like a taught class and not just for kids, like for adults as well, especially if they're
Yeah.
parents or like guardians.
Yeah.
They
Also,
do need
like,
better guidance. Yeah.
I know we also mentioned briefly, but like, you know, if we're incorporating it into like the sort of school system with things like sex ed, like there's still, from what I know of teaching, there's still nothing, like virtually nothing on queer sex ed, like whatsoever. Like it's still so lacking, and it sucks because it's like
Yes. Mm-hmm.
it's not enough for. I've seen it happen, you know, I've seen teachers like delivering it where they're like, you know, and of course, like it's okay if you were a boy and you want to kiss boys, and like, you know, if you're a girl and you want to kiss girls, and it's like, yes, but like, okay, we need more. Like it's not enough just to say that like, and this is okay too, but like we're not gonna give you any information. Like we're not gonna delve any further than that. It's so I'm like it's the same thing like we said, like where people are like, yeah, like I'm fine with people being gay, but like I don't want it, you know, I don't want it incorporated into like day-to-day life. I don't want it to be in my face. I don't want it in sex ed in schools, which it's like, why? Like you know it's gonna happen. Like like if if you know that it's gonna happen, if you're assuming that all of these kids will grow up and have, you know, heteronormative sex, you also have to assume that some of them are gonna have gay sex.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to teach them how to be safe if you
Yes.
actually care and accept them. Like I don't understand why that aspect of it is so hard to grasp. Like if you're truly so accepting and caring of them, you also have to educate them. Like and it's on you to learn and do it. Like you don't need to call in a different teacher that's like a gay specialist or something. You should be informing yourself and then teaching.
Mm-hmm.
It's not enough to pretend like, "Oh, well, I don't know anything about this because I'm not gay." That doesn't matter. You're a
Literally,
teacher.
like
You have to
educate
learn things
yourself.
and then teach them. That's the
Educate
whole
yourself
job.
so that you can educate. Like that's what
Yeah.
that's the whole point of
That's
education, isn't
literally
it?
what you're being paid for.
Yeah.
Like, that's why you're here, no? Like,
Yeah.
I learned a language so I can teach other people that language, and I'm like still learning as I go. Like, I'm learning how to teach, or like I'm learning how, you know, like additional information that I then incorporate, and it should be the same. But
Yeah.
it's just not for some reason, and it's. I'm like, why does it fall on, like, why does it fall on the parents or like, you know, some like trusted relative who like may not be fully informed, like they might just be parroting whatever they've heard, or like which may not always be 100% accurate, or it ends up with that child looking it up online and again probably stumbling into something that they shouldn't. Like it needs to be part of the curriculum
Absolutely.
so badly. So
well, sex ed in general needs to be better because
also yeah, it needs
as
to be
Mevid said, like the basic sex ed that they teach in the public education system is still, it's not even good for, you know, like cishet straight sex or anything like that.
Oh no.
So like they can't even get that down, and they don't want to add a queer alternative or like add queer into, because it shouldn't even be an alternative, it should just be in the same like
yeah, that's true. It should be
the same class.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can't. I mean, they can't even do the one properly.
God, that is disappointing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gotten better here, at least in terms of like
good.
the general sex ed that they teach, but
yeah,
still
here
has a long way to go.
it's very bad here.
Yeah, I remember when I was growing up, I was in like an all-girls Catholic school, so it was just like it was just like, here is how to have children, and that's it. But also, don't you dare do anything until you're like married and like settle down with your husband. It's like, oh, okay, jeez. But like even, you know, the age, I don't know if it's the same in the US or anything, but like the ages that they choose to deliver the different like sex ed classes are always so bizarre to me. Like one, I feel like we get the first half when we're like way too young to actually understand any of it, and then like the second half when like most people in my year had already like done all of this stuff and like beyond probably. And it's like where's the middle ground? Like there needs to be some age where they teach kids essentially how to not be groomed. Like that should be,
oh my
you know,
god.
that should be the first thing. Like
that should
combine
be the
that with
absolute
internet
first
safety
thing,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah, like that has to be the first step.
Like what to
You
look
don't need
out
to even
for.
yeah, like you don't even need to get into like anything overly explicit, but like you know, teach kids how to like set boundaries, like how to know like you shouldn't be you shouldn't be invited out to hang out with an adult, like you shouldn't be touched by another person without wanting, like it's you can put it in very very simple terms for kids to understand without it having to be, because I feel like parents always worry that it's like, oh, but like they're too young to like know about like sex itself. And it's like, right, fair enough, but like you can teach them something. Like you can teach them how to recognize warning signs in other
Right.
people.
I mean, honestly, I don't think there's personally anyway, I don't think there's such thing as like being too young to know things to keep yourself safe. I know it's like
Fair,
an uncomfortable
yeah.
conversation to talk about like sex and stuff, but unfortunately, like bad things happen and bad people are out there, and like your kids need to know at least some general idea of like these are bad touches, these are bad like things people are saying to you, like don't, if you hear this, like that's bad, get away from that person.
And that's the thing, it's like the parents, it's probably the parents that are so concerned with keeping their kids like in the dark about this stuff are the ones who are going to be so shocked when something happens, like because their kid isn't informed at all about this kind of thing. Like that's those exactly like Soju said, like it's if they don't have the information to like defend themselves,
they need the information. It like, yeah, you shouldn't have to teach your kids that stuff, but unfortunately in the world that we live in, you know, it's a safety thing. You have to, you need your kids to be prepared. Like they need to know
and
to
like
keep them safe.
It sucks that it has come to that, but like, you have to adapt to the like reality that you're in. Like if you keep your kids safe, then you do have to get into the nitty-gritty sometimes.
Yeah, I wish because, so like, badly that wasn't the case, but
yeah I don't know, it's just and again, like it doesn't have to be like, it's just something that should be established very early, how to like set boundaries and know what they should be looking for, like know what a red flag is, basically. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like they don't keep up enough with like, it's like you get 2 like huge doses of information 6 years apart, and that's it.
Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody.
You need a little bit more.
Yeah,
a little more than that.
Just a bit.
Sorry, I didn't realize you had a raid.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I didn't want to cut you off. Hi, raiders. Welcome in.
Hi, raiders.
Oh, hello. My ad break went without my approval.
How dare they? How dare they? I always get so caught off guard by my ads.
They said they had 10 minutes left. I don't know why they pushed out.
Oh, weird. Weird. Well, that is good timing to pee.
Yeah, I also had to pee. Okay, we're gonna take a break.
Go piss.
For those that can hear me, we're gonna take a piss break. For those that can't, we're taking a break for ads and to stretch and use a restroom. So please feel free to lurk and hang if you want. We are just yapping and hanging out. The ad revenue. Hell yeah. All right, I'll be back in a few minutes, y'all. Hi everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for the love for the lurkers too. Yeah, thank you to all of the lurkers out there. I hope you're enjoying the chats and hangs. I appreciate you all hanging out. Oh, I think I need to refresh the fishing. That's my bad. Okay, there you go. You should be able to fish now. I think it broke. But also, thank you so much again for the raid earlier. I appreciate you all. I hope you're all doing well.
Oh my god, hello, sorry.
Huh? Oh,
I was yapping. So, oh my god, I didn't realize I was muted. Sorry. I
That's
unmuted
okay.
on Discord, but I forgot to like, my actual mic was muted.
Oh, I see.
I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
No worries.
Sorry, I was like,
I do that all the
yapping about
time.
the fish. I can't get used to this. I got the mic. I got this new mic very recently, and I'm still like learning that I have to like tap it to.
Yeah, the tap.
unmute.
Yeah.
It's
No
so handy, but I
worries.
also keep forgetting that it's there. So I'm like, wait, hello, where am I? As long as you can hear me now.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Thank God, thank God. No, I love seeing the fish thing on people's streams. I don't have it on mine, but I love watching other people go feral for it.
It's so fun. Because you can put like your own things in there too.
Oh yeah, my friend has one of my friends has like me and like a bunch of other friends like
Aww.
as like items you can get.
That's cute.
Or like items you can fish up.
That's
I
cute.
love it. I love having legendary status. I'm like, oh, I'll take that. Thank you. I love being a legend.
Hell yeah. You are a legend.
Oh no.
Yeah. Hey yeah.
Not yet, not yet. Not yet. One day. One day when I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm aiming for. I'm like, I got partner and I'm like, now what?
Hey, partner is an amazing feat.
True, I am
It is difficult to get there. So you should be very proud.
It was very difficult. It's also weird because I feel like, yeah, it feels very aimless when you get it then, because I'm like, now, what do I do now? But I'm like, oh, now I can do whatever I want. Now I can play all these like silly games that I used to be like afraid to stream.
Yeah, then you don't have to worry about like losing the audience.
Yeah, now I can just play Hades and like fall in love with everybody all the time.
As you should.
Has to put up with it.
Exactly.
I don't know if you play Hades yourself, but
I have it. I still need to play it. I haven't played it yet.
You should.
I know. I need to, especially since the second one's out.
Yeah, the second game has been amazing. Especially because like the first game is already pretty, you know, I'm like there's something for everybody in Hades. But like it's really nice to play as a girl or like a femme presenting character, because I'm like, yay, now it's like even more relatable to my own gay panic. And I love it.
I love that. I love anything that lets me gay panic.
Yeah. Yeah, once I realized, I think I was playing and I was like, man, like Thanatos is so beautiful and like Meg is so beautiful. What am I gonna do? Like, who am I gonna romance? And they were like, you can have both. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, you shouldn't tell me this.
Don't tell me that. I'm gonna romance everybody.
Yeah, I'm like, now my focus is no longer on like beating the game. This is just a dating sim for me now.
I love that.
Right? And now the second one too. I'm like, oh, back to my favorite dating sim. That I guess also features some gameplay.
Yeah, there's like fights and stuff, but we don't pay attention to that.
Yeah, no.
It's just the dating sim.
I'm like trudging through the combat to like get home to talk to my hotties.
Hotties plus gameplay.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, it's like gay people with a side of gameplay. It makes me so happy. Yeah, no, there's Hades is so it's so effortlessly like I feel like whatever artists are on the team, like they're so indulgent in like how they draw the characters. Like they really are just like, I want Apollo to be hot and have a six pack and look like this, and they just do it. And then another person is just like, I want Dionysus to have like the thickest thighs known to man, and they just do it. And it's like, wow, it must be so. I'm always like so envious of artists that can just like think something up and then just like put it onto paper. Like they're just like, I want to make a character that is like this, and they just do it. It's like, wow, amazing.
Amazing.
All I can do is just sit here and appreciate it. Because I tried to draw, but I'm just like, how? I'm like, the thing in my head, how do I get it onto the page? I don't understand. How make hand do the thing?
Yes. How make hand match what brain want?
Yeah, literally.
It's the same with
And I
like
have-
writing. Writing and
Yes,
art
oh
are
my
that in that
God.
same wavelength. Like, how do I make this come out the way it
Yeah.
is in my brain and sound
How do
good or like
I?
look good?
Right. I feel like I always have like the rough outline. Like I always have like it's like I see like the cutscene in my head of like what I want to happen, but then I'm like, but how? What words to like make people see the exact same thing that I'm seeing? Like they don't get it. They need to know what angle I'm looking at it from. They need to know exactly how this character is standing. But like, I also don't want to just sit there and like type a wall of text.
Yeah.
I'm just like, consider how do I get my brain onto the page directly?
Just plop it out from your head onto the page and then put it back in.
Just the essence of like, I'm like, how do I take this brain rot and just translate it directly into words? Like it's so difficult. And some authors do it so well, and I'm like, how do you just get it? How do you just know? How does your brain work?
I know. I have so much awe for artists, truly.
Yeah, no, every time I commission someone, I'm always just blown away. Even if it's like because I'll send them, like the reference of like my character
Mm-hmm.
or like my model or whatever. But it's so fun seeing different people's like different spin on the same character or like seeing the same character in a different art style. It's just it's like a fun little experiment that drains my wallet, but
Well, I
it's for
mean,
a good cause.
it is for a really good cause. Support your local artists because
Yeah.
it's definitely a struggle out there for creatives to make a decent amount of money doing what they love to do.
That is true. That is true. Which is wild because I'm like I feel like COVID should have like I feel like lockdown and like the pandemic in general should have made people realize and like appreciate the arts in general a lot more. Like
Yeah.
if we hadn't had movies to watch, if we hadn't had a mountain of books to read, if we hadn't had art to enjoy during that time, like it would have been 100 times rougher than it already was.
Mm-hmm.
And yet people still have so little regard for the arts. It's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, everything you have in life is really thanks to the arts, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because you should have so much appreciation for the arts, because even if you think that your life isn't affected by the arts, it literally is. Like every aspect of
Right.
every job and everything you consume. I mean, you walk
Even
down the
just-
streets and architecture is a form of
Exactly.
art.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly, yeah. Just your surroundings.
yeah, the building you live in, that was some form
Yeah,
of
that was
art.
designed by someone.
Mhm.
Yeah. The furniture that was put in it. Like
Yep.
everything. I don't know. It's so weird how we've gone. I'm like, take me back to like when someone would just like sponsor an artist to just make art for the rest of their lives. Like
Mhm.
we need to go back to those days. We need to go back to
Yeah.
worshiping art instead of
Yes.
kind of taking it for granted.
Exactly. True. Darmo said, as a chef, I can say what you consume literally is art. Food does count as art.
Oh, it really does. Oh my
Mhm.
god. Coming from me who cannot cook to save her life, I like I am so appreciative of chefs that not only can make food and make edible food, but also make it look so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like wizardry to me. Like just so it's so beyond my scope. I like stick something in the oven and that's it. I'm just like, cool.
That's so
That's my
fair.
food. And then I go to a restaurant and I see the like incredible things that people can make. And I'm just blown away every time. Even like little pastries and cakes and stuff. I'm just like,
Yes. Oh, I love seeing different pastries.
yeah, people who decorate cakes and everything. Like it's just the amount of dexterity involved
Yeah.
alone.
And
It's
like
just so much.
patience. Like you have to have a lot of patience.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my god. I like baking, but sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it's so meticulous that I get very frustrated if like
Yeah.
something goes wrong.
Same.
I don't know about you, but I'm very like if I'm not good at something the first time I try it, or like if
I
I
am
make a
that
mistake
way.
at all,
Uh-huh.
it's all over.
I have to be perfect at something the first time I try it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's so again, like it's one of those things where if anybody else told me this, I'd be like, come on, like don't be so hard on yourself.
Yep.
Like, practice makes perfect. But like meanwhile
Me, no.
meanwhile
You shouldn't do this. You're not good at it.
like I was playing like the N64 games that are they like come with the online like the Nintendo Online thing. And because I realized there were so many of them sitting there that I had never tried.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend and I were trying them. And like he would just run into like a single issue and be like, oh, like, okay, let's play a different game. And I'm like, no, like, come on, try it. You know, I'm like, the whole point of a video game is that you fail and you try again and you like
Yeah.
learn from what you did and you eventually get to the end. And that's the whole appeal of video games. Meanwhile, if I start a game and I like lose on my first run or something, I'm just like,
no.
wow, I suck at games. I will never be good at games. Like I don't know why. I'm just like
I lose a Fortnite match. I'm like, well, I guess I'm done with that.
Uninstalls.
I suck.
God. Like I'll pick up a game that I have never touched in my life and I'm just like,
Mhm.
why? Why am I not instantly winning? Why am I not immediately gold rank? What's
Literally.
going on?
Why am I not a pro already?
What happened?
I've only been playing for 30 minutes, but like I should be a pro by now.
You're like, I found out about this game existing yesterday. Why haven't I beaten it?
Yeah.
What's going on?
So
It's rough out here.
it is.
It's rough out here for the self-critical people.
And the perfectionists, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. I went to therapy for my perfectionism, and like now that I'm not going anymore, I can feel like the same like bad habits like creeping back in, and I have to keep being like, no, like put it through the logic filter.
Yeah.
Think about it. Make it make
Think
sense.
about it, yeah.
But my logic is always just like, would I talk like this to a younger person, or like would I talk like this to a younger version of me even? Would I be so harsh if it was someone else?
Mm-hmm.
And it's always no.
Yeah. That's something
But
I
I'm
work on a lot
definitely
too, because I'm so
yeah.
self-critical. Like I wouldn't ever like think this about somebody doing the exact same thing or trying to do the exact
So
same
it's like,
thing. So why am I so mean to myself?
yeah. That's even like when I first came out and was like in a relationship, I used to be so nervous about holding hands with my girlfriend in public. And like again, it's not if I saw someone else, if I saw another gay couple holding hands, I would never, like I wouldn't even give it a passing glance. Like I wouldn't even think about it. So I'm just like, why am I so in my head about this? Like what what is going on? And then like as soon as I did start holding her hand, and again, nobody looked at us funny. I'm like, oh, we could have been doing this the whole time. Great. Thank you, my brain.
To be fair, I think that one's a bit more logical to be like worried about, because you do never know if
That is
you're
true,
gonna
that is
pass
true.
someone hateful on the street while you're holding hands with your significant other.
That is true. Thankfully, it only happened to me, I think, like once in that whole like 5-year relationship, and I think by then I was like equipped enough to like shut down anybody that was going to complain. But it was definitely one of those things that just, you know, like again, I feel like I'm kind of lucky. Like my town is very,
Mm-hmm.
there's no like pride parade or anything. Like it's not like, you know, a very like outwardly queer area or anything, but everybody is very chill. Like there's no like, I've never seen anybody getting my town is literally too busy dealing with like a drug war to like worry about gay people. Like that's
Oof.
they're like we don't have time. Like we don't care if you're out here being gay. So
Mm.
like that for me was like never, thank God, never an issue.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
But those were like the small things that I used to worry about. And then like again, it's like, oh, like once I stop, it's like, wow, like why do I keep denying myself nice things? And then like realizing so much later, you know, I'm like, oh, I could have been doing this the whole time. I could have just been like enjoying this game the way I like to play it, or like I could have just been friends with this person that I thought hated me, or like all these like, you know, notions that you get.
Yeah.
And you get so caught up in them, and then it's like you talk to the person and it's like, oh, that was just never even an issue, or like that was just never something to even worry about.
The like
what?
overthinker
Huh.
brain.
Yeah, it's so, ooh, it's so criminal. The day I stop overthinking, it's so over for everybody.
It is so over. If I ever learn to stop overthinking, it's over for everyone.
The day we learn to not catastrophize, oh my God, get ready. Get ready. We're out here, ready to take over.
We will be so back.
We'll be unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
Oh my God, hi Lucy. Hello, hello. I've been like glancing at your chat every now and then. I see Lucy and I cry.
Yeah. A
Hey,
Lucy.
But no, I do hate. I feel like a lot of gay people also end up being overthinkers. There's like somewhere in that Venn diagram. The Venn diagram is a circle.
It's literally a circle.
Every gay person I know overthinks to hell and back, like without exception. It's wild. I'm waiting to meet. I'm just like, what? I'm waiting to meet a calm gay person someday.
One day, I'm sure they've got to be out there.
Right. I need a gay person that's just eternally chill.
Chill and very
Somehow.
sure of themselves.
Yeah. I want that. We need that.
We do need that.
I like seeing. That's actually something I love seeing. I love seeing older gay people. It makes me so happy. Like seeing gay people that have been in like long-lasting relationships that like have gone through the best and worst of times. But like there's just something so reassuring about seeing older gay couples or like older trans people that are like still here and like out and loud. It's nice.
Yeah.
It makes me happy.
Me too. Hopefully as time moves forward, we can be even better.
Yeah, we'll see even
more accepting.
more of it. Yeah. Because I feel like that's a common, what is the word? A common like way of thinking about it is that like being gay is for young people who are like experimenting or like figuring themselves out. But that's why I'm like, it's nice, you know, we need to see more people that have like grown up knowing they were gay and are still gay and still living their life just out and gay. And you know, it's so easy to like, it's so easy for homophobes to reduce it to like it's a phase or like you'll grow out of it or like
right,
you know, you'll realize someday and like settle down with someone else. And it's like, well, no, like look at these people that have, again, look at all the generations that have come before us.
Yeah,
that
it's really also unfortunate because we lost like a whole generation basically to the AIDS pandemic.
Yes, yeah.
A whole generation of like elder queers that would be here. So
yeah, the damage
that doesn't like, help at all either.
Yeah. Even like recently, like there's still such a stigma.
Yeah, there really is.
Like how is the misinformation like how does it, it's amazing how it persists to this day. Unfortunate. I'm like, damn, why can't fun, nice things persist? and not like nasty or
I
like
know.
scandalous or like
Yeah.
misinformation. Like I'm like, why is it
It can't
always
be that hard,
why
please.
is it always the worst things that like
Mm-hmm.
still circulate? Please. Yeah, or people coming out when they're older too.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen a lot of like elder queers coming out in their like 60s or so, and you know,
Yeah.
and seeing them being able to finally like have that joy of
Yeah.
accepting themselves is, oh, it makes me cry.
No,
To think
I'm
of how
such a
hard it
yeah.
was, especially for them, because it's, I mean, it's hard for us still, because a lot of people just aren't accepting, and we deal with a lot
Yeah.
of hate still, but like back, you know, a few decades, it was even worse.
Oh, yeah, for sure. My God, like I don't know. I feel like people don't realize that like when I sometimes talk to people about just, you know, being queer and being out and whatnot, like people don't realize how recent it was. Like how recent the AIDS crisis was and how recent
Yeah.
like marriage being legalized. Like all of this is such it's so fresh in our minds and in history. Like it's really only like these are really recent small wins for us. And it's something that I remember like I used to have very mixed feelings about pride when I was like a little bit younger.
Mm-hmm.
And again, because I live somewhere that is generally more accepting of gay people and like a little bit more um like progressive in its views, I guess, overall. Like not to discount, there is obviously like a vocal minority, but you know, on the whole, I have lived a very comfortable life being out and like being uh relatively vocal about being out.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to have mixed feelings about pride for that because I used to feel like, well, like we don't really need pride here because like people aren't being, you know, killed for being gay in this country or like we're able to marry in this country. Like I used to think like for us like you know, we've already like overcome all these things. And it wasn't until I started like interacting with more people outside of like my existing circle of friends and like talking to
Mm-hmm.
more people that I realized like there's still so many small things and so many small ways that people will try to like diminish queer people or like kind of like censor them without like being explicit about it. Like they'll just like little things and ways. Again, the whole thing of like we're fine with you, but like not in this context, or like we're fine with you doing this, but not this, or like all these little uh what is the word? Not like uh I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. But all of these little comments and things that they
Mm-hmm.
would, you know, throw out. And I used to think of them as not being like a big deal. And then I realized like, okay, no, we still need pride because clearly like there's a lot, even though this country overall has been like very progressive in recent years and like has come a long way, there's definitely still a lot of work to be done. And
Oh, for
like,
sure.
yeah, like fuck it, I should go to pride and I should be out. I should still be like, you know, there was a whole like debate of like if gay people want to be accepted into society, then like why are they using labels, or like why, you know, like shouldn't we all just have no labels at all and all this kind of thing. And like I used to like give some weight to that, and then I realized like no, actually no. I'm like we're making up for so much lost time. Like
Yeah.
there's no reason we
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be able to attach a label to ourselves. Like it was one of those things that took me like years. Like every year at Pride I would like go into this spiral of like a debate with myself, like this little like internal debate of like how I felt about pride. And my view like changed in it each and every time. But I don't know, thankfully now I'm like at a place where I'm very very happy to like celebrate it and like again be vocal about it. I still don't really enjoy the parade itself, but I'm like
Mm-hmm.
glad that it's there, you know.
Yeah.
Like I don't enjoy being in a crowd in a
Oh,
parade
same.
and like out partying, so I'm like
Mm-hmm.
I'll sit out that part, but like, you know, I'm happy to like share pictures of it. I'm happy to see it happening.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
definitely
That was
still
my
very important,
yeah, yeah.
especially
Like
with, you know, the hate rising even more, and
yeah, yeah.
it's nice to have
That was
like that
part of
community.
what made me realize like I was just like, wait, actually things are like not really perfect and are actually like starting to like tip in the opposite direction somehow,
Mm-hmm.
even after all this time. But it was just one of those things where I used to think in such extremes where I was like, you know, there's other countries where it's like there's still like still like just, you know, ridiculously inhibiting laws and just, you know, like very, very extreme laws when it comes to trans people or LGBT people, or, you know, so like I used to think like, well, you know, we're better off than those countries, so like why are we celebrating, or like why are we making a whole thing out of it? And I had that mindset for so long, but then I'm like, you know, it's still there's still a lot of things going on in this country too, and there's still a lot of passive aggressive comments, and there's still a lot of like misinformation being spread to this day. So, you know, perhaps we need it after all. Even if I do wish there was still less of an emphasis on drinking and clubbing all the
Absolutely.
time, but
Definitely in agreement there.
right? I'm like, I'm here for a chill pride. Like I'm here for a nice a more laid back pride for me personally. I'm not into the crowds.
Yeah, I'm not into the crowds. I'm not into lots of alcohol, drug consumption.
Yeah.
I just want to chill with a
Yeah.
coffee or like, you know, some juice or something.
Yeah. What? Give me some gay orange juice.
Yeah. Give me some
like,
rainbow orange juice. Surely you can make that happen.
Yeah. Give me a rainbow mocktail even. Like,
yeah, mocktail's perfect.
Yeah. And that is something that like we were saying earlier about like how gay people are depicted in media. Like that is something that I also hope changes. Like even in more recent things I've seen, like there's still a huge amount of queer characters that you know are like chronic smokers or like drink a lot or, you know, using drugs a lot, and I'm still like waiting for that to kind of like still waiting for us to like shift away from that.
Yeah.
In media too, because again, it's really not reflective of every queer person. Like I have no interest in taking drugs. I have no interest in drinking or clubbing or anything like that, but it seems to be such a staple of like queer characters in media for some reason. And
yeah, we definitely
really
need to move away from that.
Please, if any directors are somehow lurking in chat,
if you're here, any media makers out there,
any game devs, any filmmakers, anything.
Yeah, if you're listening, please
note. Even if you find this VOD months from now or something.
Yeah.
I want it. I'm ready. I'm ready for like the next step in queer representation. Like I'm happy. I've had my crumbs. I've had my angst. I've had my you know, barrier gaze. I've had enough. I'm ready.
We're ready for the next step.
Please. Give me more gay fantasy, please. That's all I want. I just want gay high fantasy.
Gay high fantasy and gay cheesy rom-coms.
Yes. Oh, true. Yeah, let me not forget those.
With no honestly, like, no big trauma.
yeah,
death, nothing.
Exactly. I just want fluff.
Yeah.
Fluff and romance.
Just some fluff.
And silly, goofy shenanigans.
Yeah.
Like even I don't know if you've seen what is it called? Oh, One Day at a Time. I don't know if you've watched that show, but like that for me was like the perfect balance of
yes, I loved that show. I'm so sad that it got canceled. I
know. Once again, all these like so many great shows that have been cut off and canceled. Makes me sick. I need the revival so badly.
Please.
Yeah, I'm glad they at least got like another season, I think.
Yeah, they did.
It's just so annoying.
Like,
why is the budget always going to Riverdale?
Like, we lose so many things, but there's 21 seasons of Grey's Anatomy. Like, can we just can we maybe refocus here?
I haven't thought about Grey's Anatomy in so long.
Why does anything need 21 seasons? Same with like Law and Order SVU. They've got like 20 some seasons as well. Like, why do we need this many seasons?
If I'm not mistaken.
Both of them are. SVU and Grey's Anatomy are both still going.
Oh wow.
And like good for them, but like can we maybe take some of the like money and resources
Yeah.
that are going for these
Where is the
20 something
balance?
seasons to these like things that get canceled after one season that
Yeah.
have really good like queer rep and
Can I get like
all the
a
other
nice
stuff?
4 seasons?
Yeah. A
You
good
know?
4 or 5 seasons and not these skimpy 8 to 10 episodes. I want full 20 episode seasons.
Oh, true, true. I'm
I
so
want
sick of
room for
yeah.
filler episodes.
Yeah, I'm
Please.
so sick of seasons being 8 episodes now. Like,
I'm
I don't
so
know when
tired
that
of it. And then
became.
Netflix like putting them out in parts. Like, what do you
Ugh,
mean?
just give me the rest of Bridgerton.
Why are we putting
please.
it out in 4 episodes at a time? Who are
Just
you?
give it to me. I thought your whole thing was about binging and having access to
Yeah,
all of it at
that was
once.
like the whole
Which is it?
marketing strat, I thought.
Pick a lane, Netflix, please.
Please.
You can't have it one way and then just switch it up on us. No, they're so. Netflix versus inconsistency. Never ending battle.
Hi, Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid, Aries.
Welcome, welcome. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just. In case it hasn't been apparent, I'm so. I don't know why. I've just been so hyper focused on queer representation in media and just like
No, it's a good thing to
all
be
the different
focused
ways that
on.
it. Yeah, true, true. You know, it could be worse. Could always be worse than that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I just have so many thoughts about it. So many thoughts and so many rants to go on. And until they change things, I will just continue yelling into the void.
Same. We just gotta keep yelling until they do change things.
Yeah.
Surely they'll listen one of these days.
Surely someone, some like
surely
intern will see my
someone
tweet
out there
and like bring it to the higher up someday. This is my own little fanfic.
My fanfic about the real world.
Yeah, my alternate universe where we get the
Yes.
representation I want.
The queer trans AU that we all need.
Please, please. Oh my god. A world free of incels that developers pander to.
Please, I'm so sick of it.
So many,
We've had enough. Enough.
we've had our fill, please. We've done our time. I love using that phrase, but it's so true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I have put in the work, put in the hours.
We have put in the work, put in the hours.
Genshin, give back to me.
Give it back, please. Put in the time, the effort, the money.
Right. I know you have it. I know you have the money, if nothing else.
Yeah, I know. You got the money out there.
If nothing else at all, I know you've got money to spare. And you have customers that you surely want.
Surely.
I'm like, my wallet's here waiting, but not until you give me what I want.
Yep.
I have the money. I have it set aside.
Mm-hmm.
I will deposit. But only when I've been catered to.
As it should be.
Honestly, not even cater. Yeah, I say cater to, but like it really is just the bare minimum. Like it's
yeah, at this point for sure.
We're not even asking for that much. I feel like that's always the what is the word? The argument that people make where it's like people will ask for like, you know, one gay character in a show and then people just take it as like, oh my god, like next thing you know, you'll just want the whole cast of characters to be gay and trans, and it's like, well, no, that's not what we said at all. Like that's just
it's not what we said,
taking...
but like I wouldn't mind that actually.
I
Please
wouldn't
do.
no, not that I would
Please
be opposed,
do make it
but I'm
all
also
gay,
just like,
all of it gay.
right? Like not that
But
I would
yeah.
be opposed, but it's very much just like that sort of like bad faith, like taking
like
whatever
in
we
no
say
way
to
are
the
we saying that you
extreme.
don't deserve your representation too. We're just saying that maybe
Yeah.
it shouldn't be the only viewpoint
Yeah,
that we
like,
ever
had
get.
it for the past 900 years. Like
Literally,
you know, like...
you've had it since the beginning of time. You have enough representation.
Right, like you have plenty of stuff that you can go back and watch, and plenty of comfort films.
And no matter what, there's always
cater
going to
to
be
exactly...
those, you know, standard cis straight characters, no matter what.
Yeah. It's so weird. I don't know. I feel like there's this like perceived... It's like they perceive it as like gay people just wanting to like will straight people out of existence or like out of every piece of media, which
Mm.
is really not the case. At least when I,
No,
you know,
we just want to
when
be
I ask for gay
included.
characters, yeah, we're literally just, it's like, can I just have a seat at the table? Like, I'm not
Yeah.
asking to eat the entire buffet. Like, I just, you know, I would just like to be invited.
We would,
I would just
yeah,
like
we
to
would just
be,
like to be invited and be able to sit and not get hate for it.
yeah,
And like being told that we shouldn't exist. Like that's all we want, which is
right? It
bare
doesn't seem like a
minimum.
lot, but
It's bare minimum.
it doesn't seem like it should be a big deal. And yet, somehow, even now, people still act as if it's like so outrageous. So much to demand. And it's not even a demand. We ask nicely.
True. I've never seen anybody ask like unkindly.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, people get like angry because we're fed up with people not caring about representation and being so
Yeah, well, I
hateful,
mean,
but
after
we're
all these
still like
years.
super nice about it, I feel, in comparison to how they are.
I'm always, you know, I'm always very tame in my feedback surveys. Like, I'll say what I want to say, but I'm not trying to like, I'm not yelling at them. I'm just like, here is what I would like to see and what I feel a lot of other people would want to see in your game. Thank you for your consideration.
Yeah, please. That's all.
It's that simple. I don't know. They're just the haters.
Haters.
Losers. That's all I can, like, whenever I like run out of energy, all I can think, I'm just like, they're just losers. They're just they are just no lives with no hobbies, no nothing.
Yep.
What am I to do?
Find solace in the fact that they're just so miserable.
Yeah.
Like I feel
like, again,
bad for them. Sometimes they must be so miserable if that's all they can think of is to spread hate. Like
if this is what occupies their every waking moment. If this is all they can think about, if this is what they're leaving their house to touch grass for, then that says it all.
True, they made hate their personality. That is very true.
Yeah.
That's so unfortunate for them.
I hate, like, I don't, it's so weird to me, people that make their whole vibe or their whole thing that they, again, that they hate everything or that they're like opposed to everything. Like, why? Just why? Why don't you have things in your life that you love and enjoy? Like, you could be so much better off.
You could actually be happy, maybe.
You could be so happy.
You could be so happy and content.
If you just, you know, redirect your energy to the things that you like doing, like looking at. My God. I don't know. There's so many, you know, we're obviously preaching to the choir here, but I'm just, it's always so baffling to me how things just evade people. Like, just, I'm like, this seems so simple, and yet it's been, what, hundreds of years, and we're still, like, we're still just like, come on, just, buddy, just let me exist, and just go about your life. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Like, we never have to interact. It's okay. It is actually not that big a deal.
It's really not.
Oh, why are they like this? At least we have places on Twitch and on the internet that, you know,
at least we have these lovely communities.
That is something I love Twitch for. I love, you know, as like terrible as it sounds, I love having the power to just ban and block people immediately.
Yes.
Like, I love just being able to curate.
I love it.
Like, just like, actually, no room for you here. Sorry, get out.
Being able to just
never have to
make your space perfect for yourself. It's so nice.
And you never have to run into them again. Like, you know, it's not like you're gonna, they're not gonna like suddenly pop back up a few years later or something. Like, it's just once they're gone and they're gone. So nice. That is the one aspect of the internet I love. I love being able to curate a space.
Yeah.
Make it to our liking.
The favorite superpower, yeah, it's the favorite.
Right? When I have that sword, or like when I'm live, I'm just like, yes.
Yes, please.
They'll never get in here.
The ban hammer.
I'll never be back. Yeah, I used to be like quite reluctant to ban people, but nowadays I'm like, I'm trying to get better at just being like even if I don't have like a concrete reason for it, like just if I just sense something, like, you
Yeah,
know,
if there's just like a vibe, you know?
yeah, if there's like consistent bad vibes, then I'm like, right, you
Mm-hmm.
know what? It stands to reason that this person is probably like, and again, it really is at the end of the day, I'm just like, well, this is my channel. Like, I can just do
Mm-hmm.
whatever I want. It doesn't like
Yeah,
it really doesn't
exactly.
matter. It's not that serious at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day.
Oh
And
yeah,
again,
I always think that like I always worry about it, but my gut is usually right as well. Like
oh,
your
I wish
instincts
that
and your
for me.
gut, you should definitely trust.
I wish I had that. I always have the opposite where I want to assume the best of everybody, so I tend to like
I mean, I'm
I
that
tend
way
to
as
like
well.
yeah.
I try and give people the benefit of the doubt. I used to be
Mm.
so bad about banning people.
Right, right, right.
Because I'm like, well, maybe if I just like give it more time, they'll be a better
Yeah,
person.
if we just talk to them or something, like
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Oh,
nah,
I
you
had
can't do that with everybody, you know?
I have a mod who like uh she's like really good at reading people, like her like initial impression of people like tends to always be like pretty spot on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like I'm always the one that's like, well, you know, let's just see how they get on. Like let's just see like we'll talk to them and you know, give them one more chance or whatever. And like the like inevitable conclusion where like I end up having to like ban them or something and she's always just like, well, I told you so. Every time. She's like, I'm telling you, my instincts.
Mm-hmm.
I need that. I need to get that. I'm way too trusting.
Mm-hmm. I I have such a hard time because I'm trying to be like recovering from people pleasing. So it's definitely hard for me to
It is
like
hard.
assert
Yeah.
boundaries, but I'm trying to be better about it.
And it's definitely um it's hard it's hard to turn off the like people pleasing tendencies, especially if you grew up
Mm-hmm.
being old, like or like being sort of raised to be a people pleaser. Like
Yep.
it's so hard to learn.
That's
Especially
exactly why it's so hard for me.
yeah, like you
Mm-hmm.
want to, you know, and I understand it's like you don't want to nobody wants to well, I feel like nobody wants to be the cause of like a conflict or like making things awkward and whatnot. So it's just we go to such lengths to like not say what we want to say or like set the boundaries we want to set. And like I feel like it's especially true for girls and like other femme presenting people. Like they really are expected to like be the mediators and like the people pleasers and like
Yep.
have to take on the burden of like
Mm-hmm. Or like
making
you're
the
if you're the eldest daughter.
oh my god.
I have eldest
Yep.
daughter syndrome. I mean, I don't identify as a
Yep.
woman anymore, but I'm still an
Right, right,
eldest
right.
like daughter.
The eldest sibling. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
definitely it's so rough for eldest children,
I hate it.
especially if you are an eldest daughter. I feel like
I never
eldest
like
sons don't get it
realized.
as bad, but
Yeah, I mean, thankfully I grew up in a house with no I had no brothers or anything, so
mhm.
like I never had that comparison. But yeah, my goodness, the eldest, being the eldest hurts.
It does.
I'm
That's
just
the
like, why?
whole like traumatic experience in and of
Why did you
itself.
take out all your bad parenting on us? Like, please. Ugh.
Oh gosh, in a POC household, I can't even imagine. I mean, I
Mm.
at least have the privilege of being white, so I can't even
Yeah,
imagine how much worse.
yeah. Having the eldest daughter expectations, and then also with other cultural expectations, like
Mhm.
that's gotta be. Ooh. That's gotta be rough.
Oh, the middle sibling always expected to be the mediator.
Oh,
That is definitely a big thing too.
yeah. I had like a weird, you know, like I have so I'm the oldest sister, and then I have one younger sister on my mom's side, and then I
Mhm.
have another younger sister that's on my dad's side who I don't live with. But like when my parents split and my dad moved out, having a house with just only three girls, it changed the dynamics so much. Like there were like I was like, oh, like so much of this elder sister thing was like as a result like from my dad and like just from having like a male perspective in the house. Like it was so freeing having a house that was just three girls. Like even from the amount of just like just the redecorating and stuff, like we were just allowed to be feminine and like be girly, and it was just so freeing. And now I'm like, I just cannot conceive of living with a man. Like, I'm like, I don't want to give that up.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to. If you ever did end up with a man, I would hope that he would be, you
better match the energy.
Yeah, matching that energy and able to give you that space to be who you are. I mean, that's what you hope for in any like partnership.
Yeah.
And that's what you should like, strive for.
Yeah.
You shouldn't settle for less than that. If they can't accept you for who you are and let you be your like complete self, then that's not a good partnership.
Yeah, they gotta love everything.
Yeah, exactly.
They gotta love the good times, the ugly times.
Yeah, they gotta still love you through your breakdowns and.
Yes. Yeah. Especially through those.
Especially, yeah.
That is like the telltale sign.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Well, that's all I'm wishing. That's all I'm wishing for anybody.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Oh. Man, I want to rant more, but I'm so hungry.
Oh my gosh,
like,
yes.
I should have planned better.
You said half an hour. I think it's almost been an hour now.
I'm sorry.
No,
I had the yap gene.
Thank you so much for yapping with us.
No, of course.
It's been so nice.
Thank you for having me. I was very, very nervous going in, but now
oh my gosh,
I feel
please.
much more at ease. So thank you.
I'm so
thank you for
glad.
making it so easy.
I'm glad. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you for reaching out to me in the first place so that we could do something.
Of course.
Is there anything? Of course. Oh my gosh. Is there anything that you would like to promote before you go? Anything else you're doing this month or doing like in general? Anything like that?
Oh, I don't know. Being gay on my Twitch channel.
I mean, hell yeah.
I don't have anything major planned. Just the usual shenanigans.
Being
just the usual
gay as fuck.
Yeah, an extra side of gay. If you like that sort of thing, then yeah, that's what I can offer. Ooh. Oh, also thank you to your chat for being so nice.
They were very well behaved today. They're well behaved every day. I try to joke that they're not well behaved, but they are.
oh. At the end of the day, we love them.
Yeah, we do.
It's the same with mine. All I do is insult me, but then I'm reminded.
They just love to call me out so much.
Exactly. Exactly. Call out with love.
Mm-hmm.
Hydrating us with love.
Yeah, respect. Yeah, they're respectful gremlins.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining. Please enjoy your food.
This is very therapeutic, actually.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm always so nervous to do like just chatting streams. It's a lot easier with like at least one other person, because then I can like
no.
feed off of each other's energy. I feel like it's a lot easier.
It's nice to have someone to bounce off of.
Yeah,
and like,
it has been very nice.
Validate all of our ramblings.
Exactly.
Yeah, I want to do more chatting and like, again, something like this, like bring people on to chat with.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you ever do, I mean, let me know. I'd be honored to come join you.
You'll be on the list. You'll be on the list.
Thank you. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Interviewees.
I feel so honored.
The Mori and Cafe podcast.
Oh my god. Amazing. We just talk about being gay as fuck.
Yeah. I'm down. But I'll go and eat food gaily.
Yes. Go eat your gay little food.
I'll have my gay little dinner.
Yeah. My gay little girl dinner.
Lasagna, I think.
Oh, okay, nice.
I think that's what I'm having. I think that's what I smell. I'm unsure, but I think that's what it is.
Well, I hope you enjoy.
Yeah, no, thank you so much.
Thank you so
enjoy
much.
The rest of your day too.
You too.
Whatever you do. You have another stream today, or
no? I only have you today. Thankfully, I can rest a bit.
Yeah, no, please get some rest. Please get some rest before the next 25 collabs?
25 days, but there's multiple on a lot of those days. So I think there's 40. I don't know. There are 46 people in total, so we'll see.
In summary, many
many people. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Have a good rest of your
I'll hop into.
day.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah. I told you I overdid it. I definitely overdid it. But I'm not mad about it. They're so strong. Thank you. Thank you again, Mori, for joining us. Just a wee bit. You know, I have a too much gene, for sure. Where I struggle with, like, reining myself in. And also, I struggle, like, saying no to people. So I had so many people who wanted to join, which was, I was very honored. I wasn't expecting, I keep saying this, I wasn't expecting such a big response. I was expecting maybe like 5-10 people to say, yeah, I'd love to collab or something like that. Like, you know, but I didn't expect like 50 people to reach out to me. I'm very honored though. Hi, Bruna. Thank you for quiet hello. I hope you're doing well. Happy Pride. But yeah. No, you're so cool. Please. We keep trying to tell you you're cool and fun and funky. You're all just too nice to me. I don't know. I have a lot of self-doubt, but thank you. I appreciate you all. Thank you for being so nice to me. And thank you for all welcoming in everybody so nicely. All of our collabs so far. I mean, I had no doubt that y'all would be great, because you always are, but... Not the loving bonk. Why am I always getting lovingly bonked? Oh my god, the Kirby. I love the Kirby. I do have to let ads run, actually. I'm not gonna take a break, but I'm just gonna let the ads run so that they don't cut me off again. I love that our blow kisses go the opposite. Ah, the Kelly bonk is so funny. Please. That's so funny. You gotta get me an emote that bonks my head or something. Oh, oh my god. Shirt Lumi shared in Discord is so good. It makes you so happy. Ah, it's so cute. I love it. There's like a minute and a half left on ads. I already know who I want to rate today also, so that'll be easy. I don't know what I want for lunch though. I'm trying to think of what I want to eat. Any followed me. Oh my god. Any noticed me. The keyboard company. Iconic. Get it, bestie. Give me a free keyboard. Kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Thank you. We got like 30 seconds left. Ooh, a veggie burger and fries. That sounds good. Last night, we went grocery shopping last week, and I got a bunch of fruit and stuff. We were able to get some fruit and some veggies. Last night I had a bowl of like chopped up mango, Granny Smith apple, and strawberries. Oh my god, it was so fucking good. I love fruit so much. As a fruity person, I love fruit. Alright, welcome back from ads, everyone. Baked chicken and kimchi fried rice with nori and shrimp. Meg, can I come live with you? Every time you and Max talk about like what you're gonna eat, I'm so jealous because I just want to eat what you're eating. Can I come live with you? How much longer is this thing open for the keyboard thingy? Everyone keeps telling me mango is so good. I've still yet to try it. I love mango personally. My partner does not like mango, but I love mango. If you like a tang, a bit of tang, like a little bit of tart, little bit of sweet, you'll probably like mango. It is there is a bit of like tartness to it. I love to have like I love making smoothies. I usually have like some yogurt and some like oat milk and mango. I really like mango strawberry smoothies, so good. Or you know, like mixed berries or anything like that. But I do particularly really like this frozen mixed bag of fruits we get. That's like mango, pineapple, and strawberry. It's so good. Especially in a smoothie. I actually might make a smoothie today. What? Not me wigging out on the screen. Sounds refreshing. Smoothies are so good. Smoothies are also like really accessible as like a disabled person. I feel like anything you can like mix up in a blender for like a minute that gives you a lot of nutrients is really good. Especially if you struggle with like being able to feed yourself and stuff. Or like not having the spoons to cook, really. Smoothies are my bestie when I'm having nausea episodes. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I feel like that also does help a lot. It helps. I mean, smoothies are great for any reason, to be honest. They're so good. They help you get a lot of nutrients. Especially since, you know, like, you remember in like school, we were taught like the food pyramid or whatever. I'm gonna repost this one again. Also, y'all, this, I don't know if this thing, how much longer this thing is open, this any key. Oh, I don't know why I copied my post and not their post. Anyway, it's a quote retweet. But any key is doing this Pride highlight nomination thing. So if you want to go and maybe like, I don't know, nominate your fave queer trans creators for that, you can do more than one entry. I am pretty sure. I mean, I did more than one, so I hope so. But they're gonna like highlight a bunch of queer trans creators on their Twitter this month. But yeah, I love smoothies. I might have a smoothie. I don't know. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. I don't know. Huh? Wait, is it here? View. No. Why would I review an item that hasn't even arrived yet, y'all? send me that. Please review this item that you purchased. Not until it gets to my house, thank you. Anyway. How do you think you expect this item to be? I hope in good condition. I don't know. Shit. Anyway, thank you again so much to the lovely Mori. Make sure y'all are following Mori. She is a very lovely creator, as you all got to know today. I'm so honored to be able to hang out with so many awesome creators this month. I feel very unworthy. There's so many awesome people. I'm like, wait, you want to hang out with me? Little baby me? I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy. Thank you for being here. Make sure you eat some good ass food. You're so cool. Thank you. Gotta get the ass food. Now, listen, Meg, please. Not the ass food. Ass food is too close to the fucking butt tea. We can't be doing this again. Kidding, I'm kidding, we can. Oh my god, please, you are more than welcome to yap my ear off anytime. I enjoyed our chats. They were very therapeutic for me too. It's nice, it's always nice to like be able to freely chat with others about like so many different things and not feel like out of place or anything like that, you know, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like it flowed pretty well, our conversation. So I really liked it. Sometimes I feel like so awkward. I feel so awkward all the time, so I'm always glad when things can like flow a bit. You're so cute. Alright, we're gonna raid Meow today. My beloved Meow. But before we do, another shout out to my lovely mods for being wonderful and fantastic and amazing. Find myself unmasking in the neurodiversion sense a lot more with y'all. Thank you for cultivating. Aww. Roj, I'm so happy. Me too. I'm always so grateful to all of you because I feel like I can really actually unmask around you all. And I don't feel like I'm, you know, forcing on my like neurotypical mask here. So I'm so grateful for this space and for all of you for making me feel comfortable as well. And I really hope that I help you all feel comfortable in return. Thank you for saying you like it here. I love having you here. Thank you for the love for the mods. Yeah, big love for the mods. Big love for all of you lurkers out there in Lurkland. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. And thank you to everyone who chatted and hung out with us and joined in the conversations and all that good stuff. I'm sorry if I miss, especially this month with all of these collabs, because it is a lot for me to try and keep up with like what other people are saying. I don't want to talk over anyone. I want them to be like the main focus. So if I miss things in chat, I'm so sorry this month. Please do feel free to like at me or like copy and paste your message again if I don't see it or something. Genuinely let me feel like I have somewhere to belong for the first time in a long time. Wonder. I'm so glad. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. That's what you all give me. You all help me feel like I have a space where I belong and that I can just be myself. So I'm very grateful for all of you. And if I can offer that same type of comfort and community to all of you, I'm really glad. Thank you, Poi. And thank you, Poison, Faye, and Wonder are also going to be part of collabs this month. I'm very excited. And Froj and Meg. And Jinx and I are going to try and do something next month, maybe, for Disability Pride Month. If we can figure something out, maybe, hopefully. I know Jinx struggles with, I hope it's okay to say, like, with streaming with somebody else and like having too much going on. So I want to try and like figure something out that's not too like heavy on our brains, you know. Yeah, I want to do a Jinx collab. I do. I love the Jinx Jonks. Finding our people is so healing. Yes, it is so healing. Auditory processing disorder, and I hate it. Me too. Jinx, I do too. I really struggle with auditory processing, so I definitely understand. Totally not breaking and fixing my sleep schedule for partially that exact reason. Wonder, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I tried to work so hard to get everybody in like a comfortable time for them. So I'm sorry to anybody that had to like stretch their sleep schedule for the collabs. Get overstimulated in big calls. Same. I prefer like a one-on-one call. The most I can really handle at a time is maybe like a call of 4 people. Anything more than like 3 other people in a call with me, 3 or 4 other people in a call with me is a lot. It's different when we're like coexisting in Discord. And like a lot of people are like muted. That's totally fine. That works better. The less people talking, the better. But I don't mind like bigger calls on occasion, but they do take a lot out of me. It lined up perfectly for the trip. Okay, I know you said that, but I still worry. That's my limit too. Yeah, just like a few extra people. Gotta take care of the Nemi. Oh, okay, yes. Go take care of the baby. Please give Nemi some pets for me. But yeah, thank you to everyone that worked with me this month. I'm really looking forward to all of our collabs and hanging out. I'm gonna throw out the raid message again, in case anybody missed it. There's one with my emotes and one with universal emotes that y'all can use. And then we are gonna go raid the lovely Meow. I'm gonna give Meow a shout out in case anybody gets left behind in the raid. Which, if you're not following the lovely Meow, you should already be following. Meow uses any pronouns, but would prefer she, her pronouns to be used absolutely last. So they, them, he, him, some Neos, but preferably for Meow. I usually stick to like they, he, because I know that they like those ones for sure. But yeah, we're gonna go raid the lovely Meow. They're doing some co-working as they usually do because they're working during the week. But thank you all so much for hanging out today. Thank you for hanging out for day 3 of Pride. Happy Pride Month, everyone. I will be back tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern with Ebony. And we will also be just chatting, I think. So I will see y'all tomorrow or the next time that I see you. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Thank you Maury for joining me today for some yappies. It was so fun. Thank you to all my mods for being wonderful. Thank you to all my chatters for being wonderful. Thank you to all of my lurkers for being wonderful. Thank you to all of thank you to those who raided. And for all the new follows we've been getting so far this month. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. I will see you tomorrow for day 4 of Pride. Happy Pride, everyone. Everybody give lots of love to Meow. And take care of yourselves and be kind to yourselves and have a good rest of your time zone. I am going to grab some food, maybe a smoothie or something, and relax for the rest of the day, hopefully. So I hope you all can get some relaxed good times in too. I appreciate you all endlessly. Thank you for being you. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.